Are we going in hot with the topic tonight?
Well, I don't know. Going by the internet YouTube thingos, there's few people been crapping on this week since the weekend.
Oh, has there?
I don't know, either the Dre M Truth thing's that been still going, or does your
Oh,
mate
maybe.
Ross, has he been spouting stuff? I noticed he's uploaded
Oh,
some
maybe.
stuff.
Oh, well, you're live, buddy,
Oh, we're live.
apparently.
Welcome you, me, and myself.
You, me, and I.
Hello, boys.
Hey, Al, how you going, buddy?
Now I've got voices in my head again.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd better come and give you the.
Yeah.
Thought I'd better come and provide you some voices.
Oh, okay then. Oh, that's all we need is just the voice. Voice of reason or the voice of.
Oh, I'm not the voice of reason.
There's a joke there somewhere, but I can't think of it at the moment. Now, Flatter, your mate Ross put something up a couple of hours ago.
Let me check out my buddy.
He put
splinter in his ass.
Flatter, your mate Ross might
Or something.
Spanner, right?
Let me check out my buddy.
He put some
splinter in his ass.
Where
is he? Or something.
Ross put something up the other day about the sun.
Yeah, the way it orbits on a flat Earth, like goes around in circles.
Yeah, but where's nighttime?
Yeah, where's nighttime?
Where's daytime?
And it doesn't explain the straight convection it makes across the east-west sky on its.
Here we go.
If you close your blinds, you get nighttime.
Yeah.
Let's talk analemas.
I don't even understand them, so how can I get to talk about
Well, that's the best time to talk about things.
Well, you know more than me then.
Damn, I didn't get a chance to fully read that
Oh, that's all right. We'll wing it.
wiki
All right?
page.
It gives me no advantage whatsoever.
And I had some homework for how do I make that bigger? Oh yeah, I can make that bigger. Do I need that bigger or not? No, I don't need that bigger. Sorry, I'm just doing my editing while we're
Okay.
trying to work out. Because I need to see what's happening somewhere.
Okay. Well, things are happening.
Okay, well make that. I'll use half a screen for that and half a screen for that.
People are enthralled at the moment on YouTube, according to the comments.
Thrill a minute.
Exactly.
If you miss that minute, you've missed out.
Hang upside down and the blood rushes to our head. That is for sure. And we're all underpaid actors.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably kind of thought that until I was about, I don't know, 5 or 6.
What?
That we're underpaid actors.
No, that you're all hanging upside down with the blood rushing to your head.
Oh.
Now, who gave you that impression that we were doing that?
Looking at a globe.
Really?
Before I kind of gained the concept that down is towards the middle of it.
Okay. So you've entered your life with the presupposition that we're on a globe.
and it starts already.
And accepted the explanations.
We started off early tonight.
This is just the entree.
You could have waited for at least 5 minutes.
I waited 10 minutes before I actually went live.
Come on, guys. Now, what fun would it be if we all agreed? Hey, you'd have nothing to talk about.
I don't agree with that.
Good.
You know Aussie Globe has been floating around the server, don't you?
I couldn't get on there before. It bloody wouldn't let me. All it would show was people that I DM'd. It wouldn't show me any rooms, any bloody servers.
Oh. a glitch in Discord or something. That happens to
Yeah.
me occasionally sometimes where you'll open it up and you can see the channels, but you can't see any of the rooms in the channels for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's one of those technical things I've got to ask my grandson about.
I've got a 16-year-old daughter that does all that for me.
Oh, I've got a 1-year-old grandson that does it for me.
I've got a smartphone that does it all by itself.
Oh, you got a smartphone? A smartphone? Fuck it. Damn, that's where I'm going wrong.
I know who to blame for all the ads on YouTube. My nephew.
Oh, really? What's he subscribed to?
No. His job is to put ads on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's the one I can blame for all that. What do they call? What's that word they call it? Not preemptive, pre something programming.
Babble amongst yourselves for 2 seconds. I'll be back.
Oh, I thought we babbled amongst ourselves just pretty much all the time, not just 2 seconds.
Isn't that all we ever do?
Exactly, Al. Exactly.
Bloody Russian Vids was on A2 Productions Discord today, and he's got selective hearing. He says, "I can't hear you. I can't." When somebody asks him a question, if he doesn't like the question, he goes, "I can't hear you. I can't hear you." He does it all the bloody time.
Russian Vids.
It
He's the
was
man.
so funny though.
Oh,
He's got that lunatic.
You know, is that Flat Earth Aussie Jesus was floating around yesterday as well?
yeah.
Yeah, but I try to avoid engaging with him. It's,
We know what happens when you do, Alan.
Yeah.
no,
He triggers Alan hard, understandably.
No, I can while I'm in Terry's server, I can keep my shit together and not get, and hold it in abeyance. But
You try and get banned from other servers.
yeah, well, at the time, I was pissed off with Ross, and also pissed off with the management of that other server. So
Yeah.
that was
Can I have
that was
three
as
guesses?
much
Can I have 3 guesses?
that
who
was
it
as
meant
much
for
a
the
message to somebody else as it was to Ross.
See, that's how I like my ball to be.
What, smooth?
No, big and round.
Oh, stop bragging.
Yeah, the lurkers.
At least you didn't say freshly shaven.
No, wax. Don't put the letter sharp instrument anywhere near them.
It's just like a cricket ball that's been spit and polished.
No. You've woken me from my slumber.
No, I didn't. This is just a dream.
Can you hear the music?
No, we don't hear music in your dream.
Hear it?
Oh, the gogsy. Bah.
Now I'll get copyright striked if we play music, don't I?
Yeah, you could. Don't do that.
You could.
It's law school. It's copyright free.
You don't want to risk it.
Probably wouldn't even recognize it as music because it's just a bunch of sound effects designed to make you go to sleep. Am I allowed to go to sleep and have a normal sleep cycle for once?
Did Barbara kick you out of bed, did she?
I heard what you.
What, guys?
I read your PM that you PM'd me earlier. What, you're looking for my permission or just for my recognition?
I don't know what to do about it.
Neither do I. Are you scared?
Neither do
Are
I.
you scared?
How do I get to this position as an ugly boy?
What?
Well, I don't know. That's what the mirror is. That if that's what the mirror tells you, well, that's what you got to go by.
Just hope the mirror doesn't crack.
What are you saying? You're uglier than a sheep?
Almost.
Look on the bright side. At least you are not as ugly as Red's rhetoric. He's illegal in several different countries.
Nobody's actually seen his face on YouTube.
So, guys, my girlfriend wants to come around to my place under the condition that my parents aren't home.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did they get this far?
Well, why does she need to be alone with you? I know what the answer is, but I'm waiting for you to tell me.
Yeah. Stop playing coy, Gorgie.
Is she a flat earther?
No.
Oh, there goes that idea.
She's a person who thinks that the Earth goes around the moon and the sun goes around the Earth.
Oh, that's unlucky for you. Damn.
Well, you can check out the curve together.
No, she thinks the solar system's around the other way with the moon in the middle and then the sun goes around the Earth.
Does it?
That's what she thinks.
Oh, you're going to talk some sense into her, aren't you?
Been trying to.
Good boy.
Send her to JM Truth University. He'll fix her up.
I heard you pretending to be a flat earther on Gem Panda's server the other day, Gorgie.
What?
I heard you pretending to be a flat earther on Gem Panda's server the other day.
I wasn't pretending to be a flat earther.
Oh. Interesting.
So you are a flat earther then?
Hmm.
I was the globe earther.
Oh, maybe they misunderstood you.
Yes. Probably because I was making sense.
How? What argument did you go in there with?
Australia is closer to Asia than South America, but nobody in Asia or South America really wanted to go to Australia, so that's why Captain Cook was the first to find it.
Okay.
Well, apart from the people who were already living there.
Mm.
Well, how did they know which way was north, south, east, and west back in those days?
With a magnet.
A magnet.
And probably the stars.
Mm-hmm.
No, they just looked on their map. It had it drawn on it.
Was this a flat map they were looking at, or did they have a globe?
Well, it was flat on the table.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you know that on a ship, if you had a globe for a map, it'd roll off the shelf.
Can I get some sleep? Because I've taken like my extra super strong sleeping pills to try and get myself back into the routine, and I've hanged. So.
All right.
Not,
See you, Gorgie.
We're not twisting your hoof.
All right. Sweet dreams.
Hopefully.
Carl reckons I'm quiet. Now, why would I be quiet?
I know.
You better back up with that, you know.
I'll check me settings, Carl, just for you.
Oh, I've got to turn you down now, Terry. Bloody hell.
Terry, you were just a bit far from the microphone, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm okay now, am I?
We lost Terry.
I forget that I got a microphone.
No, Terry's here. Don't you worry.
He's muted himself.
That's right. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
How can you hear me if I'm muted again? Jeez.
I've got super sensitive hearing, Terry. Don't you worry.
And I had a good
I
Yeah,
can.
and I just told a good joke too.
I hear that mouse anywhere. Anywhere I hear that mouse.
yeah. It's as distinctive as GeoStreamer's fucking keyboard, isn't it?
It is.
Well, you can angry type on a keyboard, so how could I do angry mousing?
I've heard
By
your
flailing the
mouse
mouse.
get angry.
Take the mouse by the cord and just flail it around above your head like a morning star.
Oh, damn.
What are you doing to that guitar?
I'm putting it away to one side.
You didn't say playing with it. That's what I was
Yeah. Oh, I know where you're
I was trying
going.
to set you up for that one, and you completely ruined
No.
it.
Can you play Piano Concerto Number 2 in F major by Dmitri Shostakovich?
Oh, yeah, I play that like at morning tea time all the time, generally.
Dun, 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 dun.
Carl, that's harsh, Carl. Killing the guitar. Oh, my God.
How about Hysteria by Muse?
Mm-hmm.
Can you play that?
Mm-hmm.
I could probably play a round of golf.
Good for you. With a guitar?
Playing around the golf with a guitar
Just
would
joking.
probably improve my
Oh,
golf.
my God.
You gotta whack the pick into the hole.
Carl's done another keyboard.
How many's that left, Carl? About 8?
Can you play that?
Well, it depends where you are in America. If you're in, like, Chicago, it's probably 6:33, not 4:33. 33.
Andy.
Not the 33 number.
Yes. Gorgie.
You're the one with the guitar, right?
No,
Who's the one with the guitar?
left. That person left.
Oh. That's sad enough.
Can you play a right-handed guitar with your left hand?
I can play a left-handed guitar with my right hand.
This laughing honestly sounds like somebody's just going up and down the strings like with their fist.
Would you like me to play you?
You can tune a guitar, you can tune a piano, but can you tune a fish?
Yes, if you put it in.
I do that with sushi.
Yeah, but the problem is ripping the scales off them.
You can tune a fish.
They fret a bit.
Yeah, that joke fell flat. Well, flat head or
Flat head.
Can you tune a fish?
Or it floundered.
Yes, you can tune a fish. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
How high is the Chinaman?
Half his height times by 2.
He is. Yeah. How high is the Chinaman?
About that?
What, is he still alive?
He is, yeah.
Is he about that?
But how high is the Chinaman?
What's his wife's name?
I don't know, but he is.
The Chinaman is as tall as the Chinaman is.
He is, yeah. But how high is a Chinaman?
Did How High have any children?
He may have.
How much weed did he smoke?
Because how high is a Chinaman?
He is
Something
indeed.
wrong. Chinaman.
Nothing till Saturday, Jimmy. Nothing till Saturday.
Well, I'm going to get my nightly quota of sleep.
Okay, go count those sheep. In order.
You're saying you need your beauty sleep. I'll see you next year.
Perspective always depends on super duper
Go buy
learning,
yourself, Bandy.
I reckon.
Go by yourself.
You getting into trouble for something, Bandy, again?
I don't know. I think
Come
Gorg is a
back.
little bit sensitive today.
Come back, Gorg.
Gog, don't leave us.
Don't leave us, please. No.
Oh, there goes the comic relief.
Uh,
Oh,
Carl, come in here. We need someone to pick on.
come on,
He
Carl.
can't. He's busy at work.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't you worry. He's
So he
interacting.
claims.
He's interacting, apparently.
and Vibrant Brantley in the side chat. It's too early for this in the morning.
Mm.
We'll slow it down for you.
God, how could we get any slower?
We'll just have to bring a flat earther in.
He's bouncing. Carl's bouncing from channel to. How dare you, Carl? Where's your loyalty?
Spilled on my lap. What'd you do? You spilt your coffee. Sorry, we don't take any negligence insurance here. Work and here.
Cool, lucky. All right, we'll let that one pass. It was just working here.
Did anyone catch my conversation with the Mr. Chemo the other day?
No.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Did you catch
What?
it?
Where was that?
I was over on Gem Pandas. He didn't have anyone else to talk to, so I ended up having a little bit of a convo with him, and then Gravity come in, was helping me out, and Chemo didn't like that.
Oh,
Good old skid mark.
Look,
I forget
getting gang banged is a bit daunting, generally.
I even forget what we were talking about.
It's all right as long as if you've got enough grease.
I think we were talking about atmospheric pressure stuff.
Cold pressed coconut oil is the way to go. Far more natural.
Yeah, but that doesn't leave the blue stain.
I'll take your word for it on that one. Hey, Quasar. There you go, man.
Quasar's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see if we can get Woz in tonight. He's lurking over at Gem Pandas.
Gems.
So is Paul. I want to have a talk to Rig, but I don't know where he is tonight.
Oh, about that VN he bought.
Yeah. I wanted to get the down low on it.
And I got reloads here, so I'll be quiet.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll talk. You listen.
Uh,
Just nod your head a lot.
yeah.
Just agree with me and you'll be safe.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Massa.
How the scales? How the
Does that mean
scales
I'll
do
be a
it?
flat earther tonight?
Who's got the back echo?
Not me.
Not me.
Must be
Definitely
you.
not me.
Not me.
It could have been me.
Is it you?
I think it's me.
Okay, so it's not me.
No, it's me.
But an Aussie baller and an Aussie globehead, that's confusing.
Oh, God. Surrounded by bloody balls here.
At least get yourselves
Again.
an avatar so I can tell the difference.
Yeah, I can't work out how to put one up.
Oh dear.
Really?
Oh, no.
Us old farts can figure stuff out. Why can't you?
Exactly.
Can I do that on my phone?
You can, yeah.
All I can do is all I know is how to turn the bloody computer on.
How do you do that? You've got a computer. Oh, I've got to turn my computer on. That'd help.
I got
Push it.
this old guy. He can't work with smartphone, can't email, but he knows how to search for porn.
The important things in life.
I bet you he knows all the best sites too.
Yeah, he tells me.
Echo.
Apparently.
No, you're supposed to add the blub, 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 blub.
Blah, 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 blah.
The bong noises.
Mm.
I don't think America.
What happened to Gorgie?
He's asleep.
Hey.
He got upset.
I was going to impress him with my drawings.
Oh, you can draw.
I
look at-
posted some for him, but he ran
Bronco
away
City.
from me.
Did you really?
Oh, we can do show and tell once I figure out how to show that.
Comparing notes.
No, they're not my drawings.
He DM'd me a clip from whatever game he was playing. He goes, "What do you think?" And I go, "Huh? What? What do I think about what? What I DM'd you?" And I go, "Nothing. It's a game." Oh, don't you play? Okay, mate. It's a funny teenager's computer game. For Christ's sake.
Outside.
I'm sorry I don't have an opinion on it.
These
Like,
friendly VR games he plays.
oh, he pushed someone off a cliff or something. I think it's just like, oh god.
I said, "How come these games are so boring?" He said, "Well, they're only." He said, "They're only for kids or something."
He posted a screenshot for one of his games. I gave it a thumbs down.
Harsh.
Oh, no.
That is harsh. Oh, there needs to be a sheep emoji for that sort of stuff.
We should be able to find one somewhere.
Terry, you want a sheep? Terry, you want a sheep emoji, do you?
Yeah, throw a sheep in
I'll
save and see.
I'll find you a sheep.
A GIF or an
I
emoji?
will make you a sheep. I will make you a sheep emoji.
Oh, here we go. I say, ask and you shall receive.
Needs to be a sheep gif that goes bear.
No. You need the one that says daddy.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, wrong server. Wrong server.
They're called standing heights in New Zealand.
Impressive sheep there, Ozzy.
It's like a penguin as well. Like, put your beer on the head.
You won't have to kneel down for that one.
Bloody tease. Oh.
You know, it's from New Zealand.
Mm,
They buck better on the cliff.
they certainly do. Dig their heels in more. Yeah, you get better leverage.
They rear up harder.
Oh. God.
I've never heard one complain.
God. Well, at least we've set the standard for the night.
Have you seen that Iraqi at night time go into a field and do it to a donkey?
What?
The Black Hawk bloody filmed this Iraqi giving a donkey a go. It's on on the web. Just look for it.
Oh no, I don't
It
want
is.
to.
I
That'll
wouldn't do
just
that.
corrupt
No,
my search history.
You make me cry.
I don't want to go down. Who made that? That made the donkey cry?
When
No,
there you go.
Go-
I've got a picture up now.
Go to Live
Oh,
Leak
look at
on
that.
YouTube,
Happy days.
on the web.
Oh,
It'll be on there somewhere.
I just,
Oh,
does
it's
it have
quite
to
a
be
s-
make it into a fucking emoji?
An emoji.
it's quite disturbing what you can find on the. Oh, where are we? Invite. Did I invite you here, Quasar?
Sorry?
Let's have a look. There we go.
G'day,
Just sent-
fellas.
Hey, Woz, how you go, buddy?
Hey, was you're a few days late. You said you were going to drop in the other day.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was.
I dozed off. I think I dozed off on the couch.
Yep.
It was.
Was.
It was a bit late that night.
Mm.
This is just our midweek trial to see how we go.
Okay,
And
how are we going?
well, Saturday seems to be a good one to have as well. So this one might be just more of a random one of a week on the Wednesday night.
Well, the standard started off high so far, so we can only go lower from here.
Has Rig been around today? Was?
Rig?
Yeah.
Yep, I've heard him today.
Okay.
Chatted with him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since I've been here, so I don't know where he is.
I saw Rich too. Rich is meant to be coming down
Okay.
to Melbourne on Thursday.
Oh, okay,
Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, so keep
As-
Saturday to 3rd free, Bansal,
As in,
because he's got Sunday to 4th off.
yeah, as in tomorrow he's coming, or next Thursday?
He said Thursday at the beginning of the week, so I presume it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
He's currently, excuse me, I think it is tomorrow because he's currently in Adelaide with his kids.
Okay, then, yep. So what are you talking? You're talking about next Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, so he's saying he's got the 4th off,
Yep.
so we're looking at going out for drinks on the 3rd,
Oh, cool.
the Saturday.
So you will be half tanked if you come on here on Saturday night.
Oh no, we'll be fully tanked.
Oh no, we won't be half tanked, mate. No half measures.
We'll be fully.
They'll be looking for sheep and donkeys.
So it'll be a live stream Saturday night, uncensored.
Yes.
Yeah. Quite probable.
Rig's coming, yeah? Was?
I've told him
Yeah.
to keep his I told him to keep Saturday free and to make sure he brushes his teeth.
Yeah. And Paul?
Haven't spoken with Paul yet.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll get up to some mischief.
Yeah, but you're not.
Well, Rich did sound a little bit. He didn't sound 100% sure. Like he sounded, almost there.
He's a bit hesitant.
You know what I mean?
For some more photo ops.
No, whether he had the Sunday off. I mean.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. Yeah, the legs, Bansal. You reckon be up for a walk?
Well, I know. Everything comes off Friday, buddy.
Geez, that's come quick.
Well, it's actually going slow these last couple of days. I can tell you that right now.
A watch kettle never boils.
Yes. So, but yeah, no, Friday. So, I had an appointment from a physio and stuff yesterday.
That gives you about a week to get your drinking legs together.
Yes. But they're all pretty positive.
We might have to sponsor Terry, get him down here to hold you up.
There you go. One rather useful emoji with the alias colon colon.
Okay.
It'll be in the emoji list for. There you go.
That one's presenting.
Happy days. Well done, Al.
I can't make that out on my phone. My eyes are too old.
It's hard to make it out on the computer too. So.
Yeah, well, the trouble is they have to be. The trouble is they make them small. I mean, that's the size that. That's the size it gets resized to. I'm afraid. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
And that's actually a photograph. That's actually a photograph I took earlier this year.
Oh.
I found it. Most photographs don't resize to that size too well. I've tried to do that with little like desktop icons. Right.
Go.
Thank you.
There you go. That's the photo.
Is that mum and daughter, or brother and sister?
I assume that's well, since it's Norfolk, it could be either.
It could be someone's uncle and their sister.
It could be both. It could be parent and child and brother and sister.
Okay, let's not go there.
Oh,
it's a brunkle.
A brunkle, yeah. Because this is Norfolk after all.
It's lamb and mutton.
Yeah, it's lamb and mutton.
Don't everyone talk at once?
Okay, we won't.
We're trying not to do that.
I didn't want to talk over you.
My silence can't be talked over. No. It was like listening to 33 UC. He gets asked a question and then just crickets.
Who's 33 UC?
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, that describes about half the population of the planet.
He's a mirror of Russian vids.
Yeah.
With half the intelligence.
Clone.
But that's saying that Russian vids has intelligence.
Where is this guy?
He's American.
Is it Flat Earther? Hey?
Oh, no, I've got it. They've got a brain cell between the two of them.
Oh, is it your superposition?
Is the timetable the brain cell?
Yeah,
one gets it Monday, the next gets it Tuesday, etc.
So roster.
Yeah.
It's a double slit brain cell. Yeah.
So what's the UC stand for?
Apparently it's that the answer to everything is 33 and you see that it's the Illuminati.
I thought the answer was 42.
It is.
The answer is fuck knows.
Wrong book. Wrong book.
Right. Gotcha.
But he was given the Riley question. You have a triangle of 1, 1, and 1. What are the inside angles?
Yes.
And he just segued onto school shootings.
Yes. So
Define.
what's the importance of that question in the first place?
Well, how do
Riley
you go
couldn't
from
answer it.
Well, I've heard
Yeah.
that question asked so many times. I don't really see the importance of that question, why it constantly gets asked.
because it's basic trigonometry.
Okay, then. So you're trying to prove what? That people don't understand basic trigonometry,
No,
apparently.
it's the
That they
fact
can
that
do math.
yeah,
Okay,
and
then.
a simple question cannot be answered.
Well, really?
A simple question can't be answered simply.
That's right.
So the question's not about the answer; it's about answering it.
That's
So the question is about psychology, not about the answer.
it's both.
Oh, okay, then. So you like to play games. Is that what you're
Like one
saying?
right now.
Guys are very nice. Play
Well,
nice.
Well, Bansor, when you say it's about
Oh,
psychology,
no. Not this
All
circle
right.
of
hey
shit again.
Bansor,
Yes.
when you say
Yes.
it's about psychology, though, mate,
Yes, my-
it's psychology.
yes, my
Which
friends.
who are you looking at? The question asker or the question
No,
answerer?
he's
I don't know.
He's tormenting you.
Oh, geez, Bansor, you made me choke on me scotch.
All right, we're just
We'll
warming
make-
up. We are
we'll
just
make a
warming
flat
up.
earther out of you yet.
Don't you worry, I'm flat as a tack.
You got a pirate's
You've
treasure.
gone back, have
The
you?
sun-
That's
the
what
sunken
she
chest.
said.
What do you mean have I gone back? You know
Well,
what?
Actually, a tack's not flat.
You guys try to
No.
go over my head with
He's
all
got
that
a pirate's
fancy
treasure.
stuff, right? And you know what? It just doesn't cut the mustard. You know it doesn't cut the mustard.
Are you bald, Bandy?
Am I bald?
Yeah, everything goes over your head.
Well, not at the moment.
Well, are you
I-
short?
I need to. Oh, I'm far from short.
No, it's not short.
Do you
He's got
always
It's a beanpole.
do you always take it sitting down?
Oh, it depends.
How can you take it when you're sitting on where it goes?
He's got a pirate's treasure. He's got a sunken chest.
He's got a tack.
All right. Yeah.
So has JM said anything stupid?
Don't worry about
Right.
JM.
So
You guys pick
I
on
had the
low
f-
hanging fruit. That's an issue.
I had the feeling that you went back to the flat Earth Bansor, but I wasn't sure if it was real or not. So
Well,
you're really
what-
back on flat Earth, are you?
What's your definition of going back? I just live in the real
You
world.
know what I mean, mate. Come on.
Come on, what do you mean?
Talk about playing games.
Well,
Come
no,
on.
it's you
you're the
either live in the
master.
real
You're the
world
master.
or
And
you
it
live in the
starts
flat
again.
Earth.
Well, if
Come
your
on,
best
boys, you're the
argument's
master.
push, pull, and water's level,
Yeah.
that's your only two arguments. You need a third one.
Really? Why do I need a third one?
Well, two's not enough.
What do we want to talk about? Let's talk about what?
Because a
What's
triangle
over
with
our
sides
heads?
of 1, 1,
All right,
and
I tell you
1.
what. Okay, then is what? What are the
How does-
internal angles? What are the
How does-
internal angles of a triangle with sides 1, 1, and 1? Do you know the answer?
Yeah, it's 60.
60. Congratulations.
All together or each?
Each.
Okay.
Okay, then here's one for
Now,
you.
now we
If
can
you
move
have
on.
a triangle with sides of 1, 1, and 1.414, what are the internal angles?
1.1. Oh, Jesus
Oh, get
Christ.
fucked, you bastard.
Like, seriously, that's trigonometry.
90-60-30, isn't it?
No, it's 90, 45, 45.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right.
How
So
do
let's-
scales work?
On a
You
tuner.
zero them out.
You turn them on.
You stand on them.
Batteries in.
How do
Make
scales
sure they're
work?
plugged in or got a charged battery.
It's all about density.
Do
No.
scales work horizontally or vertically?
Temperature.
No, parabolic flight does away with relative density.
We've got a parabol.
Yeah, it depends
Parabolic
on your
scale.
perspective.
The scales work on density and buoyancy.
All right.
Oh, so the scale pushes up.
So now
It
what?
pulls you down.
You love to go. You love to go over the head. Well, you love to go over the head with your argument because you don't like
Here
to
we
keep
go.
it on the ground, do you? Right? You love to go straight over the head and go to the vomit comment. Let's go a little bit higher, shall we?
Watch
Let's go
out,
into-
Leah's here.
Who's here?
Leah's in the chat.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, lucky I didn't post that Iraqi doing that donkey.
Oh no. It doesn't show on the screen anyway, does it?
No, but
In Discord it does.
she could be
Yeah,
in
but-
Discord too, just without coming in the chat.
Oh, she might be. Who knows?
As long as we don't talk about cars, guns, and what was the
Or
third
Iraqi's
girlies.
doing donkeys.
one? I know there was a third one. I could never remember it.
Iraqi's doing donkeys.
Maybe that's
Is
the
it
fourth.
telescopes?
Boats.
Boats.
Decking
Or
wheel.
or makeup. Or shoes.
Decking. Gotta get some oil for my duck.
You're building a deck.
So
Did
how,
I
how
say-
high were?
Did I say deck or dick?
I don't know. It sounds like something's in your mouth, though.
Do you remember the Buller ad they did? Do you remember the Buller cream ad they did? At the end, the Kiwi says it's fucking creamy. Right, and they had to take it off because it sounded like he was swearing. He was saying it's thick and creamy. It's fucking creamy.
Yeah, but it's fuck.
It's
fucking
thick
creamy.
and creamy.
Yeah. They took it off.
Oh, Leo,
Trouble.
how you going?
Do you guys need pulling into line for anything?
Yes.
The psychological component is here.
We can push people into line, but we can't pull them into line.
We're all going to get psychoanalyzed here. Look out.
Exactly right.
I haven't
No.
met Leah. Hello, Leah.
Hello, how you going?
Was meet Leah. Leah meet was.
G'day. Whereabouts are you?
I live
At home.
in Central West, New South Wales.
Nice.
In between Lithgow and Bathurst.
Nice.
I went somewhere nice today, actually. I'll post it in the chat in the Discord. I took a nice picture for someone who can't take good pictures. I'm happy with it from my iPhone.
Let's have a look.
I don't
That's a
think
good
that
picture.
post worked, Leah. It's 0
No.
bytes.
What would I do that for?
Yeah, it's broken.
That's the best picture you've taken.
Probably. No, it's doing it again. Stupid thing. I'll try from my...
What have you done?
It's not me.
You haven't got enough lemmings.
Oh, it's not you. Who is it?
Drag and drop. Drag and drop.
Are you looking for a scapegoat to blame it on?
There we go. It'll upload now.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to download it first.
It's taking its time.
You must be on the NBN, Leah.
Yeah, I'm on a shitty satellite dish, NBN.
No, it's all a matter of perspective, though.
Mm-mm. Looming.
I won't be able to live stream ever.
Won't you? Really?
No, I won't be good enough. Not unless I can do it some other way.
A group of farmers got together and installed their own NBN optic fibre. Cost them about 160 grand.
Wow.
But they all pulled together. They built their own network. You might want to look at that. If you
sounds clever.
want to invest.
I don't think it would be doable here. I think any way to hook up to it would be too far away.
Was it worth it just to get all the farming websites faster?
Well, they have things like drone management. So these huge farms
Yeah.
have drone management, so they need the networks for that too.
Yeah, the cows might want to go on Facebook sometimes.
Yeah, the sheep have to post to Instagram.
Daddy.
Okay.
Poor old Gorg was upset.
You're
Your
upsetting.
picture's not working, Leah.
No,
I don't-
doesn't
he's
like me.
sick of the sheep jokes, I think.
Oh. Okay, whatever. Shut up.
Anyway, I'll be back in a
Oh.
minute. Just got to go
Who's
and
making
get
that
myself
ploppy
some
noise?
lunch.
Oh, sorry.
Who?
Okay.
Oh, me. I've got
Leah,
it.
the images
you
aren't
on a-
coming through.
Are you doing a digital poo?
It sounds that way, doesn't it? I've just got to go invisible for the time being. People know I'm online. I can't be having
Spooky
that.
ghost.
No, I'm talking already. Fuck off.
Christian's saying she's down to work and she's on it to be blue. Well, I think everyone's going to be blue on here.
I heard you having some fun with Crack Rabbit earlier, was?
Oh yeah, he was just a bit too drunk.
A bit. Now, what's too drunk?
Well, when you start talking like that, I think it's too drunk. He wasn't being friendly anymore. He wasn't being funny, so I had to.
I
Try
checked out after a bit.
I was at work, so I was just sort of have a bit of a bludge, stir him up a bit.
Yeah, I noticed. Where are you from, mate? What difference does it make?
You would tell me.
Oh, that's beautiful, Leah.
That out your front window.
Nah, 45 minutes away. That's Govett Sleep in Blackheath.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
Wow, it doesn't look curved or flat.
Damn. Look at that.
Daddy. Oh no.
That's brilliant.
You gotta send that to Gorgie.
Gorgie, you get triggered.
Payback.
Hold on. I'll copy it and I'll send it to him. I'll trigger him.
Call it Revenge of the Kiwi.
Yeah. Revenge or something. Gorky just told me to fuck off.
That's not nice.
Fuck off. I was just about to sleep. What the fuck are you on your phone then? That's harsh, Gorgie.
That's what your mate Ross posted the couple of days ago.
Yeah. Okay then. Interesting. What's
Yeah, read the bottom right-hand corner.
shorter, colder days in the winter.
No, above that.
Oh. Longer, warmer days in the summer.
No, above that.
This is why.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. This is why. Yes.
Well, that's his proof of flat Earth, of the sun's
Mhm.
path over flat Earth.
Mhm.
Why's it got hemisphere?
I don't know why.
Well, well, there's no.
Well, you want me to answer why he's got what he's got on his thing? That's just his
Well, he's
explanation.
part of your cult.
That's not part of my cult. I've got my own cult. I just
You're
fight
our
on
Flat
my
Earth
own. I
translator.
don't need him in my cult. It's members only in my cult.
Nah, you translate
You
the Flat
said
Earth
member.
for us.
I have a very select few in my cult.
Spurs.
Yep, Spurs can be my cult. He's welcome.
Skid mark.
You guys love Spurs.
You love Spurs.
Fucking oath, I love him.
I don't
He's
like
brilliant. Yeah, you do.
Spurs, I'm not going to talk to you if we can't have a civil discussion, but the earth is still flat.
Yeah.
I posted it in the side chat on YouTube.
It's quite amusing though how you guys for some of you guys to test so much. It's amusing how much you guys engage with him.
I don't engage with him. I've never talked to him.
Oh, it was a broad brush stroke. So you want to
Psychotic.
take it as an individual comment, you can, right?
Hey, but we have a select cult of our own.
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, come on, it's funny sometimes. You just got to engage with him properly.
Yeah,
It's not really engaging.
It's playing the dance. Right? You guys like to dance.
It's just fuck-assing around.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
It's interesting how those analemas there that Ozzie Jesus put in there, though, isn't it?
Is it?
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Is it?
That's interesting.
Is it?
Very interesting.
Is it?
Yes. Okay. No, it's not actually interesting at all.
Really?
Who knows? Can you explain those analemas? Anyone? Let's go over our head.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just talk away. I'm just sending a text to Paul
Okay.
about drinky poos. But carry on. I
Okay.
can listen to you.
Yes. Can you explain analemas?
The problem with that analema is it only does 6 months of the year. Where's the other 6 months?
Well, it's a 12-month shape that it makes. It's over 12 months, an analema.
But that's from December 22nd to June 21st.
Okay, but let's just take analemas in general.
Now, that's about approximate position at a particular time of the day.
Oh, okay then, fine. I'll post another fucking photo of a 12-month goddamn analema, right? 12-month analema.
Not another adopted photograph.
Of course, CGI'd, preferably.
Adopted.
All right.
Yeah, but do you understand what an analema is?
Do you understand what it is?
What's the problem with the analema?
And how it
Ansel?
works? Sorry, buddy?
What's the problem with the analema?
Well, do you know how they work?
It hasn't got to do with the
66.6 degree tilt of the Earth?
tilt. Yeah, the tilt.
Yeah.
Tilt and... Oh, man.
There
I'm
we
not
go.
real good on this stuff.
There we go. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Google.
Do you know how the analema works, Spencer?
Well, I know how it's been explained.
Yeah. And does that explanation fit with what you see?
Wow. That's an explanation. There we go. There's a 12-month analema.
That's cool.
Okay, so at what time of the day were those pictures taken?
They're taken at the same time of day.
So that means that it is taken at the same time on the same day every month,
or every week, or it could be every day.
That means
But when you superimpose the images over the top of each other, that's the shape it makes.
but if they're all taken at the same time of day,
Mm-hmm.
that means the planet hasn't had a chance to rotate.
Rotate where?
Well, because they're all taken at the same time of the day.
Right.
Different days.
Day.
Different days.
Yeah, but
But
at
it
the same
rotates.
time, yeah.
It's
course.
done one rotation.
But the planet's already rotated. So
Yes.
what is this proving about the sun?
Well, this is the globe explanation, isn't it? Because of the tilt of the axis, all right, and the wobble and the globble and all that sort of stuff.
And the bulge.
And the bulge and all these bits and pieces and bendy space time and the works. This is the shape
that during different months the sun is in a
forms
different position in the
in
sky
the sky.
at the same time of the day.
Right.
But what the fuck does this have to do with the flat Earth?
What do you mean? What's it got to do with the flat Earth? We're talking analemmas here, my friend. Right?
So it's got nothing to do with flat
Because
Earth.
you know what? Because we've gone over our head. We're not talking what's under our feet, right? Because the globies like to always go over the head and into the sky. So that's what I thought I'd do. Let's go over the head and into the sky.
But what is the analemma explaining?
Yeah, it's a good place to start.
Exactly. But yes, apparently it is. Right? What's it explain? Right? Well, that's how. Well, what does it explain? Well, what's the explanation of why analemmas occur? Do you know why they occur?
Yeah, because we go round the sun.
Yeah, but do you know the other reasons for them? Why?
Because we are in an elliptical path around the sun.
Right.
We're also on a diagonal with the sun. We're also at a tilt from the sun.
Yeah, all these bits and pieces all come into it, don't they? And you know what's really amazing, right, with this phenomenon with the sun? It happens with the moon too, doesn't it? Did you know that? Ah, you didn't know that?
Not in the same path as the sun, no.
I'm not saying it's exactly the same path, but it makes the same sort of shape.
Yeah, I've seen photos of the moon doing that.
It goes around the Earth.
All right. Oh my God, you guys are retards. Right?
No.
We don't go around the moon.
Oh my God, this gracious. Carl, come and help me. Come on.
You don't need help. You do it all by yourself.
Right? And guess what? Other things do it. Could you possibly guess what else does it?
Well, actually, you'd see the Earth
probably
would
some
create.
stars. Sorry, mate.
Stars do it, do they? Do stars do it?
Yeah, the sun. The sun's a fucking star.
Oh, so the sun does it, the moon does it. What else does it? Would like
The
Pluto
moon doesn't do
it?
that.
Would
No, you'd be hard pressed to see a moon analemma from Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes
Here we
around
go.
the Earth.
But you would
Analemma.
see,
Here we go.
see an Earth analemma from the moon.
All right.
As the moon orbits the Earth.
Oh, I need images. Damn, what did I do?
Correct.
Why did I type that in goddamn YouTube? That was stupid.
Oh.
Moon.
Juventus is playing in Milan.
Oh, are we talking bloody gay ball again?
Gay ball.
All right. Now look at this. The moon doesn't do it. Oh my God, you guys need to do some more research.
What's that game you call? It's called, what is it? Aerial ping pong.
Yeah, that's
it.
Aerial ping pong.
The greatest game on the face of the
like
earth.
A bunch of chooks running around with their heads chopped off.
Shift. Why isn't Mr.
In a tighty. Little...
There you go. I found a moon analemma for you.
Oh, I just found it, but yeah, thank you.
Different shape, dude.
Yeah, but it's still an analemma. It does a similar sort of thing.
Technically, it's not an analemma because it doesn't circle back on itself.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll do mine.
Technically.
All right.
We're getting technical now, are we?
Here's one I found. All right.
You mean I've gone all tiny?
There we go. Upload. Moon one. All right. So we've got sun ones, we've got moon ones.
There's another moon.
Nah, it can't be a moon.
It is. That's what it says in Google. So you're disputing Google now.
Well, you guys do.
I'm not disputing anything. What are you guys?
Did you find it on
Oh my
Wikipedia as well?
God.
But those dots don't get any smaller or bigger. They just don't the same size, whereas the moon has shades.
What is the bigger
Yeah,
and
that
smaller got
can't
to
be
do
a
with
moon and a
anything?
lemur.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, then. Well, you need to.
You just said it
go
was.
onto Google and rectify that with Google, not me.
What if you photographed a
All
full
right.
moon at the same time of the night when it was a full moon?
Oh, that'd be interesting. All right, let's go
But I've
full
also
moon.
seen the
what's,
moon
what's
Let's
that?
go
come up
Is
over
it
the
thir-
horizon too. So
full
Is it
moon
13
and a
full
lemur.
moons a year?
where does the moon get from there to there
I don't know, buddy.
from the horizon?
Did you go to CGI Google?
Testing.
It's a
Damn,
special part of
I
Google.
didn't actually type in CGI.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to type
CGI
in
Google.
NASA CGI Illuminati.
Okay,
Testing,
here we go.
testing.
Here's a
Plus.
better one. Here's a better one for you guys. You might accept this one. Let's see.
Colin said in the side chat, isn't an anal lemur one of those raccoon type things with yellow eyes that nick your biscuits?
There we go.
I don't know.
Control V. Okay, what about this one? That looks pretty CGI, doesn't it? When you look at it.
Well, it's a composite.
Yeah. Do we accept composites?
Yes.
Oh, we do.
What's going on the ground there, mate? We're all
It's the,
hailing the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
It's the Oscars.
It's the dancing girls.
It's the Oscars.
Wouldn't be
All
true
right.
to be the dancing girls.
Or we have even crazier ones like this. This is pretty crazy. Look at this one. All right. We just have to come to some sort of consensus. That's all. That's all we're looking for.
About what?
Lemurs and
Yeah, but
why
what
they
sort of-
occur. Just run with the
we want to come
programs.
to
We
want to come to a consensus on why they occur.
Look, do we want to have a discussion or do you want to?
I'm just trying to get some clarity, man.
Why? Why you want clarity?
You're missing
I
some
don't know what
steps
you're
here.
after.
Wait.
Confusing me. I don't know
There
what
we
you're
go. Look at that one. That's crazy.
Why are
Look
they
at
in
that.
front of the trees?
Multiple exposures.
Yeah, how'd they get in front of the tree?
I don't know. Okay.
Because it's done over a great length of
That's-
time. The tree has grown.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's
Okay.
the frame every 10 years?
Quick growing tree.
Yeah, and it's inside the dome, and don't you know that at the peak of night, the moon actually comes down, hides behind the tree, and then it jumps in front of the tree and then goes back up in the sky.
It's another
But you're
adopted
going
photo.
out on a limb there.
So what other explanation could cause this,
We
Bansal,
better leave this one alone.
other than what we have with what the globe says?
No, I'm just trying to some sort of agreement. Like this is why it happens because of the tilt of the Earth and all this sort of stuff. And it happens with the moon, and it happens with the sun, and it happens with Mars.
Yeah, but
and
how do you get the moon
fine. That's all right.
jumping an inch above the horizon?
I won't finish my sentence. That's okay. Go on.
I asked you before, and you just ignored me.
Well, what do you mean an inch above the horizon? It's neither here nor there. Whether it's an inch above the horizon or not.
You've missed a few steps out there.
Right? These things and lemurs occur, do they not?
For a moon, it doesn't.
It doesn't happen for a moon.
Not for our moon, anyway. Because it
Really?
goes around us. Yeah.
Well,
Have you
Leah,
ever
are
seen a
you
moon
serious
rise
with that
above
picture?
the horizon?
That's all right.
Leah, you're worrying me, Leah.
I like finding funny flat Earth memes. It's like how I get my hit when there's no debate.
Can you put a little laughing emoji after those so I know you're kidding?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. That helped.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
But here's the question to Bandsaw. Why are we trying to prove that analemmas occur when we were actually debating about flat Earth Aussie Jesus stupid picture.
What's that got to do if you want to debate about someone that's not here, or do you want to debate with someone that is here?
But it all goes over your head.
It doesn't go over my head. How's it got over my head?
But
You want to have a conversation about someone behind their back while they're not here, or would you much rather talk to someone that can engage with you?
Well, I like talking about the generic arguments that they bring up that can be explained.
Well, if they're here, you could ask them that question. Why he's put what he's put in, and then he could
Well, here's a
explain
question:
why.
Why do flat earthers still use the term northern and southern hemisphere?
Exactly.
I don't know. Is that an issue?
Oh, I think it's just convenience.
Is that an
They
issue?
forgot to make something up.
Did they? They forgot to make something up.
Or they can't read. They need,
Some of them
they
do.
like the pictures.
Some of them do use the word hemiplane.
Hemiplane.
Northern and southern hemiplane. That's true. I've
That's
heard
all
him
right.
say
That's
it.
cool. This is the backslapping show again.
Well, I'm just telling you what I've heard.
Yeah, I would have thought inner disc and outer ring would have been more descriptive.
Inny and outy.
Yeah, but they still use the term north and south.
Yes, well, they have to because there's a compasses work. Right.
They have to because compasses work.
Yeah, mate.
But
I'm surprised one of them
work on magnetic north.
Just think beyond my words, and it'll make sense.
No.
Come on, don't make me explain it.
But this is what we do to people in the flat Earth. Is we come up with a reason, and then we explain the reason, and then we show evidence for that reason.
And
Yet
they don't listen.
They dismiss it with the "Nuh-uh, were you there? Can you prove it?" I just did.
Oh, I like colons hubwise and spinward.
Spinward.
Now you're getting technical, Colin. Bah.
Oh, I see Peter's joined us.
He's been there for a while.
Has he?
Yeah.
Must have turned up when I was getting...
Lurk.
No, your name's not Carl.
G'day, Peter.
I'm a better lurker. Hi, guys and girls.
Red alert. Red alert.
Red alert.
Crickets.
No, bah.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, yeah.
What do you know about analemas and why they occur? Bansor is in a dilemma.
About an analemma. Analemmas occur because of tilt of the Earth axle.
Yep, and then we've got the moon doing the same sort of thing.
Does it? Not in a year.
No, it'd have to do it in a month. And
I don't think the moon does the same sort of analemmas as the sun does.
Yeah, if you have a look in the text chat and scroll up a bit, there's a couple of posts of the moon.
But they don't do proper full.
Yeah, true. I mean, well...
No, the moon is never in the same position at the end of the analema.
That's probably during a month, I guess. It's not a year.
Well, yeah, and of course, but the problem is that there's half a month when, if you're taking them at the same time every day, there is a period of time. There is a period of each month of each cycle where, during the time you want to take the photograph, there's this big rock in the way.
The thing is, when you look at the moon NLM, you can see the full moon and the moon eclipse on the same position. So this is a month, not a year. It's because the moon takes a bit less than a month, I think. The Earth.
Yep, 27.4 days.
The fact that it's not a clear 8 is because of the tilt of the Earth is also a bit wobbly. Not always the same.
Don't bring in the wobble. Don't bring in the wobble. You'll make Bandsaw confused.
Yeah, that's his
Right, it's all about the wobble. I already know how the analemmas work. I've already done a bit of research into it.
Cool.
Do they work on a flat Earth though, Bandy?
So why are you asking us?
I was just wanted to come sort of agreement why you guys know why the analemma works, and I was going to have a serious conversation with you guys, but you obviously don't want to have a serious conversation, right?
Do,
and that's fine.
Always.
No, I was up for it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
No.
I just haven't read up on it like you have, mate.
You weren't.
You probably know more about it than me.
You wanted
so
to
I
take
was
the
asking
piss. You wanted to take out the piss out of people, and have cracks at low hanging fruit and all that sort of stuff, and that's quite understandable.
Well, we're Aussies. That's what we do.
Yes. And I told you right, and I told you right at the outset. Let's have a serious conversation about it. But that's
You're
cool.
on Have a Go, you mug, and you want a serious conversation.
Yeah.
Have a go.
I did try to have a go, but you didn't want to have
You've
a go,
obviously,
and that's fine.
You've obviously researched analemmas more than we have. Yeah. So why don't you give us some insight, mate?
Well, I don't know. Perhaps some you people that have been involved in this debate for years and years and years ad nauseum would have a bit of insight into it as well, because it's not a new phenomenon.
Oh, it's new to me.
I haven't really looked into it. I've got the basic gist of it.
But I'm wondering how that affects the flat Earth or the globe Earth.
Well, I'm just interested in why it only does it with certain things and not all things, actually.
Oh, right.
What?
Okay. No, I get you. I get your point now. After you say that,
that's all.
After you say that, I understand you a lot more clearly.
I just wanted to come to some sort of consensus why it happens, right? And we're on the same page why it happens, right? And these are the reasons why it happens, right? But it doesn't happen with all things. To me, that's a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah. Do you know why parallax occurs, or what it is?
Oh, yeah, vaguely.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
yeah, not to any great depth, I must say, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, I'd say parallax may have something to do with why you see that move more than others.
Yeah.
Yeah,
why the closer objects have more movement in them.
Yeah, look, and I get that, I do get that, right? But you still don't even see it on a much, much smaller scale from what I can find out.
What do you mean by a
we
small
see
scale?
parallax of stars. It's just I think the stars are so damn far away, you don't see the fine detail in the movement.
Oh, come on!
It can take years and years, even decades of observation to see any parallax in some of the stars that are really far away.
Well, we have had
even
years and years of observations of
we
these
can
things.
use summer and winter when we're opposite sides of the sun.
Yeah, but some of them are so much further away.
And we should be able to predict these parallaxes, shouldn't we? With all these fancy mathematical equations.
We can.
Well, that's how measurements were made to other planets.
Mm-hmm.
We use parallax to actually measure how far away some of the closer stars are. Because the problem is, the further away they are, the smaller the parallax looks. So for us,
Yeah.
the difference
The
of where
further away things are, the smaller they look. I get all that.
So with the sun, we see
Oh,
it as a really big phenomena, but even
yeah.
with the closest stars, because they are effectively infinitely further away, the parallax becomes much smaller. So you just can't resolve the small
angle.
detail in it.
Yeah.
Because that's why there is a limit on how far away we can measure. We can use parallax to measure the distance to stars.
Yeah.
Because we simply can't measure a smaller the angle. The angle gets so small we can't measure it.
But after that, we use Type 1a supernovas.
Yeah, but we have other means of doing. Yeah, there's other means, but stellar parallax is not.
It's not that easy. Because the angle becomes so tiny, it's hard to take the exact measurement.
Yeah.
From such a small planet. Because if our planet was the same size as the sun, we'd actually be able to make more accurate measurements of distant stars. But because we're such a tiny little rock in the infinite universe, I know they use Type 1a supernova to make distances, but then they use the trigonometry from that supernova to another star back to our planet to do all that lovely trigonometry that we do for parallax.
Like one and one, 60 degrees type of trigonometry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's why the triangle questions are kind of important.
No, they're not kind of important. They're a bullshit fucking question, really. But
well, when people are mangling geometry badly, it's kind of a useful.
why don't you get people to 3, 4, 5 things? Might be a lot easier.
Yeah, well, 3, 4, 5 is a right triangle. I forget the angles for that. Is that
3, 4, 5 is used to check a square.
No, really?
You fuck.
Oh, don't go over his head.
For fuck's sake.
That's to get a 90-degree angle on a
Man,
triangle.
you do 3, 4, 5 something to square something up. God almighty. It couldn't possibly work.
But squares have 90-degree corners.
Well, then why would you 3, 4, 5 something then?
Because that's a right angled triangle. A right angle is 90
I use
degrees.
it goddamn every day of my life.
I know,
3,
it's
4,
fucking
5.
funny.
For fuck's sake, man.
But you asked.
Why do you think I threw it in?
Because you're flat.
Jesus Christ. For fuck's sake.
I thought plumbers use angles and not square, not 90-degree right angles for.
No, they use plumb bobs.
Well, yeah, plumb bobs. They're very, very handy. Water levels are much more handier.
Yeah.
Do you know it's the same principle?
What's the same principle?
That a spirit level and a plumb bomb use the same principle to make something level.
And a
what?
water level.
Way.
And a water level.
Plumb bomb.
Pointing towards the center of the earth.
No, it's because they use gravity.
Gravity, for fuck's sake, gravity.
Not
Which is
density.
what? Pointing towards the center of the earth. That's how my plumb bob works. Jesus Christ.
Center of mass, yeah.
Oh, you're never going to go to hell.
I fucking missed that lesson. I missed that lesson big time. Must have been wagging that day when they were talking about the center of the earth.
Yeah, it was on TV. It was like The Journey, wasn't it?
It was the SBS.
Yeah, it was a documentary.
I tuned in at midnight at the wrong hour.
Oh, because you watched that one with the round ball.
With the Ramble, SBS, midnight. No, that was the. Don't worry, the world movies.
Yeah, not as good as they used to be.
On SBS. It's gone all commercial.
Yeah, what's with that?
Money. Because the government stopped their funding.
Actually, speaking of governments, I feel sorry for the English now.
Oh, with Yo-Yo Head.
Boris.
He's like
That's
Trump, just
Trump's
with a messier
protege.
hairstyle. He's just got a messier hairstyle than Trump.
It's Trump's love child, Boris Yeltsin.
Boris Yeltsin.
It's Trump's love child.
Where's Alan when we need him?
He's lurking.
I'm here.
Lurking. There you are. How's
I'm
Boris?
I'm assuming he's very happy this morning, or
He's
maybe
going to
not.
fix the country. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What, are they still trying to get the fucking Brexit happening?
Gets a nice new house.
Yeah.
It's used.
But, yeah, second hand, but I think it's a very desirable address. But yeah, remember that here in this country we never elect the Prime Minister. We never vote for the Prime Minister. We only ever vote for No, we don't even vote for a party. We vote for a person.
Yeah, and then it's up to the party. Then it's up to the party to make the Prime Minister.
The person may be a member of a political party or might not be, because you can be independent as well, although you're very unlikely to get elected to Parliament. But remember that once you've been elected, you are in for the full term of that Parliament till the next general election, and you don't have to vote with your party. In fact, you can change party. It's the political party with the majority. So usually it's the political party with the majority who selects their leader to be the Prime Minister. But it doesn't have to be, because Parliament basically selects the Prime Minister is kind of just the one supported by the most other people in Parliament. But hey,
how the fuck did Boris get in then?
Well, because
there's only two of them that was available.
Because somebody got them into a position they didn't want to be in, and
he was the next choice.
It was always going to be. Once Cameron resigned, it was always going to be difficult for whoever took his place, because Cameron basically said, we'll honour the results of the referendum. Oh, and bye.
Yeah, that was nice of him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna exit the EU, but I'm not gonna have a hand in it.
Yeah. Although I've yeah, I'm telling you that we're going to honour the results of that vote, but I'm not going to have any more to do with it. Bye.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna
UK was warned even when they entered the EU
write it down.
not to go down that path.
Well, yeah. The problem was that when we entered the common market, it was just it was a small free trade area. Because when we joined, it wasn't huge. I mean, I think we were the 7th country to join.
Well, they were threatening to pull out if like Greece and Spain and that didn't pull their finger out because they were sick and tired of supporting them.
Well, yeah, I mean that didn't hit us quite as bad because obviously we didn't go in with everybody else on the new currency.
Yeah.
That
would have killed England.
Yeah, I mean that really would have. But of course, once you've gone in on the new currency, it makes it almost impossible to leave, doesn't it?
Also, England sets to get £10 billion back off them too. That's why EU don't friggin' like them leaving because they've got to give them back their deposit.
Well, you know, I mean, they want €30 billion. They want €30 billion off us to go. But of course, I think none of our politicians have really been like, well, okay, let's talk about that €30 billion. Let's see the audited accounts.
Yeah.
Because remember, how long ago was the last time that the EU passed audited accounts?
You're funny.
Yeah. You know, there are no bloody accounts. So how they figure out how much we owe them, I'm not quite sure.
Nah, it's the other way around.
Yeah, but Britain's got to get out before Deutsche Bank falls.
Deutsche Bank's not going to fall. They're too big.
Yeah, it would be interesting what would happen if one of the central banks failed. I mean, the last banking crisis was bad enough. But I guess the problem is that you know, the rest of the obviously, of course, the other problem is that the rest of the EU really, really, really want to punish the UK for having the balls to actually go.
It's like a bad breakup, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, the rest of the EU are like, well, you know, we're going to make life as difficult for you as possible by.
In Greece, if you earn over $50,000 a year, you didn't have to pay tax. That's why Greece went down.
In Greece, hardly anybody paid bloody tax.
Yeah, I know. If you could afford an accountant, you didn't have to pay tax. Yeah. And plus, Like they want to regain their borders back too, like Australia.
Well,
it's pretty hard to come to Australia. I mean, more immigrants come by plane than by boat.
Yeah, I mean, going to Australia by boat is a non-starter now, isn't it?
Well, they still try, but
you drag them off. You
it's
drag
a
them
tragedy.
offshore.
Yeah. Well, that's where the loophole is they get processed offshore, so they're not actually getting into Australia. So once they don't, if you can stop them from actually setting foot in the country, then you've won half the battle.
Yeah, I mean that's why that's why the UK set up our borders because of the Eurozone. We set up our borders on the French-Belgian side rather than on our side because it stops them getting on our territory.
Yeah, but I think they're slowly losing power to do this because they start to call it illegal processing people offshore using other countries.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is that technically, the UK could turn around and ship anybody who arrives from continental Europe. Theoretically, we could turn around and ship them straight back across the channel because it's obvious that the person who has arrived by boat that way has come from a country where they could have already claimed political asylum.
Mm-hmm. So they're economic refugees.
Yes, well, if they become economic refugees, in my eyes, they become economic refugees the minute they want to go to a particular country in the EU to claim political asylum.
Yeah.
When they have travelled through many other countries where they could have done the same thing, but didn't want to.
Oh. Well, there was one boat that made it up in Queensland, wasn't it? In walking around croc-infested mangroves. It's lucky the crocs didn't get them.
And the thing is, I don't actually have any problems with controlled immigration. It's just that we're a very popular destination for a lot of Eastern Europeans who aren't coming here to settle. They come here to admit they come here to work, but also so that they can qualify for certain British benefits, which they can then send home.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they've got kids, they're working in the UK and they've got children living back in their home country, they qualify for British child benefits. And I know it's not huge. I think it's about a tenner a week or so. But for some of those Eastern European countries, that £10 a week is
a lot of money.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. I had an issue down here about 10 years ago. This guy had 4 wives, and they're all collecting abandoned. Well, 3 of them were collecting abandoned wives' pension, and he was collecting disability and shit. And they were getting money for the kids as well too. And he lived in a mansion, right? Like $900,000 house. And like, he's saying
Yeah, all on benefits.
Yeah, I know. It was like giving the finger to the government. Like, he didn't last long. Not after it went public.
Yeah, and they ended up going to court and they have to pay it all back. It's funny.
Well, sell the property.
Yeah, it's more than just the property. It's all the money that they spent. That
They also get cheap electricity and cheap rates, and 50% off the rates on the house, and 50% off electricity bill.
Yeah, I sometimes think about emigrating to another country.
Yeah.
And then coming back and seeking asylum.
I don't think you can do that.
No, you're
yeah,
sovereign.
if you disown your country and then become a citizen of another country, you can then come back to that country and claim asylum. It's a loophole. But you have to be disavowed by your government for that to happen.
Well, you'd have to have another...
And most countries won't do that.
No, because you have to be a complete arsehole to get disavowed by your own government.
Although we did recently do it, didn't we? To that woman who went to Syria, joined ISIS, and had 3 husbands that were killed and kids that died. And it's like, no, you can't have your passport back. You can't come home.
Yeah, we've done that with I think it was 19 people that went over to Syria and to Libya and all that. We revoked their passports.
Yeah, apparently, under international law, you can't revoke their citizenship though, because you can't make somebody stateless.
No, but you can stop them from returning to the country.
Yeah.
My sister isn't naturalised, and they went back to England for the 30 or 35-year anniversary, whatever it was. And when she came back, she didn't have a re-entry visa. So they held her at customs for about 8 hours so she could arrange a re-entry visa. They weren't going to let her back in the country because she wasn't naturalised. And she
That's
left.
a big mistake to make, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, she should have known better. She's been here 30-odd years. And...
I'm surprised she's not. I mean, I assume that are there reasons why you wouldn't want to naturalise, or is it just?
If you don't have to have a for your job or anything, yeah, you don't have to get naturalised. If you don't get naturalised, you don't have to vote. It's not compulsory to vote.
Is it compulsory to vote in Australia?
Yeah.
What is Gorg doing back here?
Hello.
Apparently, there's been an earthquake.
Up by an earthquake.
Is that what you call it?
The Earth move.
Oh, it's a 4.1.
Isn't it a flat quake?
Ozzie.
It's not an earthquake, it's a flat quake.
It's still called Earth if it's flat, Yin Nang.
Do you have an earthquake?
Wellington sits right on top of a fault.
It's only 4.1 magnitude.
Oh, got woken up by it.
Oh. On the rim of fire.
Oh, look at you in the future.
Burning rim.
Yeah, some of us.
I like how this is Terry's hangout, but he's disappeared.
Well, why not? We've been here long enough that he's probably had to go and have a comfort break.
A comfort break.
Probably gone for a midnight run to Macca's.
I don't think Irene would let him.
Hey, Gorg,
Yeah,
did you draw that pistol?
yeah.
I didn't. I haven't looked. I'll have a look
I'm not
later.
seeing it right now. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Well, if you haven't gone into surgery,
Gorg, come back. Come back.
What's he doing? Just popping in to tell us that he got woken up and then going back to sleep.
Yeah, that's what he does.
We
Just
should have
pops
played
in.
in the song that moved under my feet.
He does. He pops in, talks about nothing, and then pops out again.
And the thing is, he'll probably do it in a couple of hours as well. He normally pops his head up about 2:30, 3 o'clock his time and says, "What are you guys still doing up?"
Pictures. Sure. Sky. Uh-huh.
Quasar, what are you trying to do? You're trying to make me trip out?
Yeah. Escher. Never heard of Escher before?
Of course I've heard of Escher. The master of the
Optical illusion.
bazaar.
The illusionist.
Optical
Yeah.
illusion. It's all done with microphones and mirrors.
Microphones and mirrors. It still cracks me up,
An
that one.
illusion.
Who said that?
It's a joke when someone says it's an illusion. Yeah, you say it's all done with microphones and mirrors. And like they look at you and go, what?
Oh, okay. I think there might need to be more alcohol involved in this live stream.
Oh, I'm about to bring some science.
Oh, science. Oh, science will work, okay.
So has everyone seen the picture of the Orion spacecraft that is ready for launch at the beginning of next year?
No.
What live stream?
Are we
Is this
still on the YouTube?
is this being live streamed, Terry?
Yes. Terry's not here, but yes, it's being live streamed. What it was.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I don't
Cool.
think he.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Orion
it's-
spaceship. I haven't seen it.
There was a picture on I think it was livescience.com showing the Orion spacecraft on top of the orbiter that will be set upon a Delta IV heavy rocket at the beginning of next year sometime. Which is part of the Artemis for 2024.
No, I haven't seen a picture myself.
It's actually quite interesting because it doesn't look too dissimilar to the Apollo spacecraft. Just a bit fancier.
Well, I think the design they came up with for the Apollo spacecraft, shape-wise, was actually pretty effective, wasn't it? They used the available space to very good effect.
Yeah, it was also the fact that it was capable of launch and re-entry. So it could take that 9 G-forces of power on the way up and then withstand all the heat of re-entry and then splash in the ocean. Pretty clever.
Yeah. I think I don't think it would have killed them had everything gone completely balls up and it had come down on land.
I still think it would have hurt.
Oh, I think the water landing has advantages, but remember, water can be pretty damn hard as well when you hit it.
Not if you throw a hammer in first.
Terry. It's like throwing a hammer at concrete. Yeah.
Terry, you remember to take yourself off mute.
Oh, well, I had to disappear for a minute. I had an important phone call. Somebody else went and decided to break a bone in their body besides Bandsaw.
Oh.
You know who. We're just getting the mother-in-law out of hospital today after she'd been in there having a few problems, and went and picked her up today and came home to grab some few things from here, and Irene decided to jump out of the car too quick, and her right leg caught the strap of her handbag, and it didn't want to get out of the car, but the rest of her body did, and she fell over and broke her ankle.
Oh, no.
In 3 places.
Fucking handbags.
In 3 places.
Oh, no.
So that's where I've been all afternoon and half tonight.
Well, what you doing streaming when you should be looking after the missus?
Well, she's in hospital. I can't do anything about it while she's in hospital. Yeah.
Okay. They kept her in then.
Yeah, they're going to operate on her tomorrow. That I have to. I've got to get. Well, the mother-in-law's got to be helped out too. So I've got to go over there in the morning after the daughter goes to work. Go over and check to see if the mother-in-law needs anything, and then wait for a phone call. If I don't get a phone call by lunchtime, I'm heading back into the hospital, and that's where I'll be tomorrow. Again. So I'm going to be pretty busy in the next several weeks.
So that's mother and daughter both in hospital.
No, the mother-in-law's home now.
Oh, she's back home, right?
Yeah, she just came back home today because we just went and picked her up today. Yeah, not good.
Hospital swapsies, eh?
Yeah. Well, we just spent the last week and a half back and forward every day for the mother-in-law, and then.
So the day your wife gets home, your daughter will probably end up going
in. My daughter? Yeah. No, we don't want that to happen.
Don't. That's more likely to be my daughter that goes into hospital. Because.
Granddad Alan.
She can't help but bloody have accidents.
Yeah, we've got to get used to calling Alan Granddad now.
Not till February.
That's a good month to get born, that month.
In the middle of winter.
Yeah.
It's fucking summer here.
Yeah, my sister was born in February.
I was born in the hospital.
Yeah. I was born on the 19th.
I was born close to the equator.
I was born.
I was born.
Are you sure? You could
Oh.
be a brain in a jar.
I was born and now I'm here. So what the fuck happened for the last 43 years?
You good?
MCGH.
I live in the best part of Melbourne. Oh, got some fruitcakes here. The other night I had a girl wander past. I was standing out in the veranda. She wandered past. She was completely naked. It was about 10 degrees. And she just walked past, waved to me, and just kept going.
Where the hell are you?
Williamstown in Melbourne.
Yeah, I know Williamstown. I play against their baseball team.
Yeah. Oh,
I used
they
to
got
live
some.
in Box Hill.
They got some crazies here because it got the big housing commission units near the water. That's where they all come from.
What, the water?
No, the fruitcakes. I used to live in another street in Williamstown, and a girl she walked past flashing her boobs at me every day.
She must have really liked you then.
She wandered down the street talking to herself, yelling and screaming that, and see me, and up came the shirt, and oh god.
Were they worth looking at though?
No, because they were down around her knees.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, damn it.
What a shame. It could have been something you look forward to every day.
No.
It's all right. She didn't have to lift the top up very far.
No, she had to pull her pants down so you could see them.
Yeah, because she had them tucked in.
No.
I like 2 socks with marbles in.
Oh, I've got to get that image out of my head now.
Oh, yeah, because
Go and sandpaper your eyeballs, Terry.
I'm going to have to.
I'm originally from Sydney, and I never had that problem there. I never had people flashing me and that.
Oh, you feel left out.
But the funny thing is, I used to live near a psycho hospital, but they never used to flash or anything. They just wander around in circles and talk to each other, or talk to himself.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with wandering around in circles and talking to yourself.
Yeah. That's probably what Skidmark does.
Terry does it all the time when he's in the fucking chat room by himself.
I was having a good conversation to myself before Terry came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good because nobody answers, nobody answers back, which is good.
And I tell all my best jokes when I'm muted for some reason.
Yeah, we've noticed that with you, Terry. It happened quite a bit when we had Flat Earth Aussie Idiot on. That you had plenty to say, but you just were muted.
Yeah. I could have been Googling.
Is that what you call it?
Could have done Bandy's CGI Google. There's plenty of crickets around tonight.
I can hear my clock ticking. It's so quiet.
I can't. I've got headphones on.
I can still hear them through the headphones. Hear the clock ticking.
Uh,
So it's,
bruh.
so it's not a digital clock then?
Nope.
but flat earthers would say digital clocks tick.
Wonder what happened to that flat Earth clock that they invented.
It didn't work.
I got a warning. Hey, Caps.
Oh, okay. my bot was feeling left out, was it?
Yeah, I was
so
bored.
sensitive.
I was bored, so I was just typed about 6 L's in caps. I felt left out. Carl always gets them, so I wanted one too.
Yeah, it doesn't like emojis either.
Oh.
Yeah, too many emojis and it goes into overload.
Yeah, you can't spam the bacon.
No, it's sheep, Carl, not crickets.
Hey, Carl joined us. He got a warning too.
But then he put LOL.
No, below that.
There's a capital exclamation mark.
It wipes
Did
it. It takes away from what you write, and just gives you a warning.
Oh no, Leah's gonna get it.
Oh, Lee overdid it with the sheep.
Yeah.
Mass emoji.
Gorgie will come back if you keep putting those sheep up.
How many
Too many
warnings do you get?
I think you get a couple,
Then what
Oh,
happens?
here comes one.
and then you'll get then you won't be able to post.
Ever again?
It has a time limit.
Yeah, I think it must have a time limit. What the?
3 flat Earth days.
No, the bacon doesn't come from the sheep.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
It's filet mignon.
So Alan can get away with it.
So it's bacon.
Yes, Alan can get. Well, I don't know. I don't know how far. Let's try again. Just see if I can get a bit more in there.
I wonder if I can, because I'm the owner.
That was only 7 pigs.
Yeah, I think you can only do about 4. Oh god.
How do you make more than one at?
Well, it's very simple. Get one,
Yeah.
highlight it, hit Control C, and then just start hold the Control down key down, and then just keep hitting the V key, because that will keep pasting it in.
Wait a minute. Get your emoji. Yep, I got my emoji now. Highlight it. Yep.
Hit Control C.
Control C.
Now hit Control V repeatedly. You can hold down the Control key and just keep tapping the V key.
There you go. That enough? That's as many as it'll let me do. Well, I didn't get a warning. Alan didn't get one.
I think that's maybe because you copied and pasted them.
Ah.
No.
Nah.
Davros, when you did the pigs, did you copy and paste them? Davros.
Yeah, I'm on my phone, so it's tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, so you pasted each one individually. You typed one virtually, individually. You didn't copy it. You know what I mean?
No, they're not copies. No.
Yeah. That might have something to do with it. It's my guess.
Yeah, but Carl got warned for duplicated text because he obviously copied the whole of Terry's.
This is a warning war, isn't it?
I can't get a warning out of it.
No, can I? I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
Well, it's your server.
Well, you guys must be administrators or something, because of that.
Well, Alan is the convict controller.
Yeah, it's probably your status that doesn't allow you to get warnings, I'd say.
Ooh,
Since
the
that copy
elite.
thing doesn't work.
Your elite Illuminati shillbots.
Yeah. And there we go. I don't even get a warning for copying something that somebody got a warning for copying. Yeah, I'm going to say the bot shouldn't see any difference because, whether you copy the text in, because it's just looking at text that's coming out of the text line. It's not.
Well, it must be your moderator status.
Yeah. No, Carl, life is not fair. But I am. But remember, on the side, I am reading the Canon EOS 4000D user manual, just so I can give some correct advice later on.
What's England doing getting all out for 85 runs?
What, against Ireland?
Yep.
Oh wow!
What have we done?
One of the bowlers got 5 for 11.
I've always wondered why the Irish aren't more into cricket, just an excuse to smash the English.
Although I remember a test where England went, and I can't remember if it was Australia, New Zealand. I'm sure it was one of the southern countries. We went down a similar score in the first innings, but then we bowled the other team out for even less, and then smashed the second innings into oblivion. And won the test anyway. Yeah, even going down all out for less than 100.
It's the Illuminati, that's what. They, seriously? The bubble?
What about the bubble?
Only work at the top. Damn you and your gravity.
I think Daniel Pratt would like that one.
But they wouldn't work at the bottom.
I actually don't understand the logic. It's so bad.
I think it depends on how relative the density is.
Yeah, speaking of that relative density, is density the cousin or the brother?
History, I think.
Crickets.
I just received a warning from the bot in DM.
Oh, private.
Yeah. You are sending too many. Blah, blah, blah. Bah.
That was very, very profound, was.
No, I was trying to put a whole.
That's awesome.
I was trying to put a whole bunch of space bars up. I didn't.
Don't send the same message over and over.
Leah, you're going to get yourself in trouble soon.
Nah, she can put another one up. I love it.
Why is the spirit level upside down?
Oh, reasons?
Why are the other bubbles at the top?
They aren't. It's only perspective.
Nah,
I want
that's
to
on
use
the
that one.
equator. I can see it.
I want to use that one if you don't mind, Leah.
I don't care. I'm just looking for crap.
What do you mean I made you look, Carl? What'd you look at? Oh, the spirit level, yeah.
Actually, that's something I'm waiting for a flat earther to say. What, you mean there's an actual spirit in the level?
Yeah, what type of spirit?
Can you get drunk off it? Or is it creepy, scary?
Yeah, it's spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky level.
Well, that explains why it doesn't show what they want it to show.
And why is it a bubble if they call it a bubble level?
Come on, don't confuse bandsaw.
Did you get that from Bandy's version of Google?
No, I just thought that one all by myself.
Don't you use the same Google as I do?
No, I just wanted to see if Bandy could figure the Google that one and see what the answer is, see if I was right or not.
I don't know. I can Google lots of things. Just depends what globe-tard retarded thing you want me to Google up. I suppose.
Well, if water's flat, why is there a bubble in a level?
Why? I wonder.
Reasons. Bye-bye, Theresa May. With your grandpa, boyfriend, husband.
Hello, politician with a big clump of fuzzy hair.
Boris Trump.
Hey, at least Boris is his own hair.
And he's not orange.
No.
So what does the Prime Minister actually do?
This probably the same as your Prime Minister does, seeing as Australia has a bloody Prime Minister.
Makes promises they can't keep. That's what they do.
That's what. Yeah, well, you know how to tell when a politician is lying to you.
He opens his mouth.
Yeah, his lips are
Their
moving.
lips are moving.
Oh,
Yeah.
lips are moving. Yeah.
Of course they'll promise you the impossible.
Anyway, guys, it's been fun. I'll catch you next time.
Righto,
Oh,
Bandy.
bye,
Yeah,
Bandy.
bye.
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 Yeah,
Bye.
Wendy.
Bah.
I might go for a wander myself.
There goes our fun.
Yep, later.
Might see you later if I'm still awake.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing else better to do for now, so I might just keep this going for a little while.
So is any of you lot going to do the moon observation for Tommy Grunwald tonight?
I can do
What time's that meant
observations.
to be?
I can't do any photography though.
No,
Okay.
because you haven't got a smartphone to photograph it on with the
No,
angle and bearing, have you?
no.
It's bloody overcast here tonight, so I couldn't help him anyway.
Well, that's why I think he was looking for as many people as he could possibly get, so that he could at least get some shots. 12 hours to go.
Yeah,
I don't think I can even see the
I'd say
moon tonight.
it's all right for you guys. It's just about in the bloody morning for you.
It's 11 p.m. Nowhere near morning yet.
No, I mean when the pictures the pictures have all got to be taken at the same time, which is
Isn't it like
0
4
to
a.m. for us?
which is like 0200 UTC. So it's gonna be
So what's so special about this moon?
London's 9 hours behind us.
so midday in Canberra time.
I had a day moon yesterday.
Well, yeah, exactly. You can have a day moon again tomorrow. It looks like it's 1200 on Wednesday.
Where's the moon tomorrow?
Well, it was in the western sky yesterday.
Yeah, it'll be in the western sky about lunchtime. Australia has 13 time zones.
What? 3.
That's what Google says
No, we
Australia
have
has
more than
13
3.
time zones.
Queensland's dragging their heels, so they don't have daylight saving, so it's got to add that one.
You have that silly half-hour time zone as well, don't you?
Yeah, Adelaide does that silly half-hour time zone too. Yeah.
South Australia actually has
What
2
about
time
Darwin?
zones.
Yeah, the Northern Territories and South Australia that do the half-hour.
Do they?
No, Darwin's an hour and a half behind us.
There you go. Same time as Adelaide.
Perth is 2 hours behind.
Have they got daylight saving now?
Who?
WA.
No. It'll be 3 hours when daylight saving comes in.
Yeah, because like we have to wait till lunchtime just to deal with them. Like ring them up and start talking to them. But we had to wait till lunchtime. And that's their morning, 9 a.m.
Look who decided to drop in after Bandy left.
They didn't want the extra hour because they were scared their curtains were going to...
Morning, Dean.
Well, it's afternoon here, but is it
Yeah.
is it early morning for
Oh,
you?
no, I didn't know what time of day it was, so I just said morning.
Afternoon really is definitely the correct salutation at this time of the day.
2:36 p.m. in London at the moment.
Yep. British summertime.
Was Bandy on an argumentative streak then? Is that
He was
what you
going
meant?
on about the Illuminati. What was it called again?
Analema.
Analema, that's it.
Of the moon?
Or the sun. The sun.
And the moon.
Yeah. Why he had a problem with it?
No, I don't know if he had a problem or not. He was bringing it up, and he knew about it more than I did, so I didn't know what to say about it.
Thing is, he didn't understand why it happens.
Well, I think he does because he's been reading up on it for the last week.
Yeah, but it doesn't prove anything. It just proves that the sun's in a different position
in the sky. Yes, through the year. I mean, it goes up, it goes down, and it's got a bit of side-to-side wobble. What
But
can you say?
It's not really a flat Earth argument, though, is it?
It's definitely an argument against.
Yeah, I think one of the issues there is if it's a flat Earth argument, then they can't explain the seasons unless they do it based on proximity. In which case, why is Antarctica ice and the United Kingdom not ice when their sun is closer to the Antarctic during winter, our British winter or Northern Hemisphere winter? I don't think it's a good argument for flat Earth.
and that's when their entire model breaks down.
They don't have a model.
Oh, but we don't live on a model.
Did you see the one Ross posted a couple of days ago? I don't know where he pinched the image from.
Looks like a Dubai picture.
Oh, where was it? Here it is.
What, that thing that's posted further up?
Yeah, I'll redo it down lower, so it's... I don't know where he got it from. But I find it amusing in the text. He tries to explain... He did put a comment with it to say because the sun... I should have copied the text.
Oh, so it has to go up and down while it goes.
Shit.
Yes, it does concentric circles, and then, for some reason, the sun ends up directly in the middle of the planet.
No, it can't go. It can't go above the Tropic of Cancer.
No, in elevation, I think he means, Alan. Altitude. Sorry.
But look at the picture.
Yeah, I know, but I think that
says
no. It does
June
say
21st.
Tropic. Yeah, but on the June 21st one, it does. It has got a line that goes dit 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 to it to imply that it's directly over the Tropic of Cancer.
Yeah, that's the text he wrote with it.
Yeah, but just because the picture has a line pointing to where it is, if you look at the actual picture at the top, it says June 21st, and the sun is positioned directly above the pole.
I think it's supposed to be positioned directly above the red blue where the top circle is at the front of the top circle, because obviously it's a two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional object, and we lose the depth effect, don't we?
Well, this is screwed up. Jesus, I'm looking at the photo now.
Yeah, that's...
I see what you mean. Yeah, he's got a ring above the Tropic of Cancer, hasn't it?
It's got a ring that's supposed to go round above the Tropic.
And that's
why then there's another concentric circle above that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it is, which is too narrow. Yeah, that is. I don't know that it goes all the way to the pole, but it's the highest ring is
above where the Tropic of Cancer should be.
Yeah. I mean, I think
It's
what they've done is they've
fucked up.
cocked up. They fucked up on the number of rings they've drawn. But
Because if you look at the bottom where the actual flat Earth is, you'll see the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn and the equator. And then there's lines going up.
yeah,
But if you look at the top of the picture where it says Tropic of Cancer, it's pointing to the top ring and not the ring
yeah,
that it's meant to be.
I know. That's because somebody drew too many bloody rings. Why?
He's credited himself in the corner, so we know his name. I thought it was funny someone credited that work, just in case they blew the whole thing wide open. Someone knows who they are.
Still doesn't explain how in the southern planisphere, or whatever the hell they want to call it, it doesn't explain how the sun rises south of east and sets south of west between the middle of September and the middle of March.
Because reasons.
Yeah, but they're saying that the sun inside the dome changes in elevation with the seasons.
Yeah, it's all because reasons.
No!
Yeah.
But that's
Yes.
the reason. The reason is they're saying because of the analemma, it means that the sun moves from being closer to the planet when it's January or December, and then in June, when it's summer in the north, it's actually higher in elevation.
And that's why it doesn't look like it gets any smaller or bigger.
Did you just type all that in there, Terry?
No, that's his that's Ross's explanation.
Oh, it's Ross's shit, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't make that up.
Look, that actually sounded like you trying to make a decent half effort of explaining whatever it was that Ross had claimed.
Angular size of the sun never changes because we're still only ever seeing the apparition of it in the same height of the atmosphere as it appears to us. What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's his reasons.
Yes.
That's what I was wondering too. What's
Because smoke and mirrors and laser beams.
Oh, microphones and mirrors. Yep.
But an apparition? I've never been sunburnt from an apparition before.
Oh, and could somebody please tell me why we aren't seeing the sun and moon on the radar if they're that close? And why the hell we don't get reflections off the dome?
Yeah, what about Mercury and Venus? Where do they orbit fit into it?
Well, no, and if this was true, there wouldn't be no ice caps at the North Pole either.
And
Yeah.
where's the explanation for the retrograde of Mars?
You're joking, aren't you? You expect them to have reasons for lights. Yeah, they're lights in the sky. That's all they are.
I forgot. They're laser beams on the dome, aren't they? They're
Yes, because they had laser beam technology 2,000 years ago when they first discovered Mars and Jupiter.
Yeah, no, the aliens left that technology for them when they built the starship in the moon.
Oh, we could so be flat earthers with all this shit that we know.
It's not difficult. I'd probably be better at it than a lot of you guys because I don't understand a lot of physics and stuff. So I'd kind of be like a flat earther. have such a poor understanding that I could screw it up really well.
Yeah, but Leah, the point is you're making the effort to try and understand it, aren't you?
Oh, not always. I just accept what I don't understand to be true. So I guess I have that blind faith thing going on.
See, the trick is to take the Dunning-Kruger effect to the
Well,
absolute
there are.
limit, where you know just enough to know stuff that you're saying that might make sense, but really you're just talking shit because you sound good.
It's the Riley Nodell effect, apparently.
Yeah.
It is funny how flat earthers. I don't know if anybody heard me questioning Arwin on Jose's show probably about a week ago. He says the sun is an optical phenomenon. We don't know where it is. And I thought that was just ridiculous. I thought that was funny. Thank you.
It's an optical illusion. It's done with microphones and mirrors.
Yeah, well that's
An
alright, just
optical
look at it and not burn
phenomenon
your retinas out.
that we don't know where it is, but we can see the fucking thing.
I love
Yeah,
how when they can't.
he said it's more like
They'll go blind.
In notice, he said rainbow. It's like a rainbow, which is funny. I
It's
guess
like a
you can all,
rainbow.
you can all figure my reply, can you?
Did it go ding?
No. My reply was simply awesome. Have you ever tried to measure the direction of energy from a rainbow?
What?
Because you can fucking do that a lot based off the bastard sun, you stupid idiot. So yeah. Shadow, things like that. You can do it independent to the observer. They don't seem to understand this. I still think most of them believe when you look at the sun, you're not actually looking at the sun. Well, we're not actually. It's 8 minutes behind, isn't it? The light travel, but you know that it's different for each individual. But they don't realise that cause and effect prove that impossible. But without an observer, you can still measure where the friggin' sun is indirectly, which is their problem.
Oh no, but the angle of attack means that you can't see it properly from your perspective.
I love it when someone mentions perspective to me, a flat earther. Love it. Love it. Love it.
No, because they think perspective works in straight fucking lines.
My problem is
before actually pedantically before a view transformation it does, or that's if you're looking at things with straight lines it does.
I have to say my problem is that most of the time when I'm thinking of perspective, I'm not really thinking of the angular size business, but I'm more thinking of the relative sizes of things that are close and far away and how they interplay with each other.
Yeah, that's unfortunately from an artist's sense. I am too. So
because that's what you're really worried about as a photographer, isn't it?
Oh yeah, obviously. So yeah, it's the magnitude of the effect that I care about, and that's what I equate to perspective. Whereas, if you ask me mathematically as a 3D artist, I know exactly what perspective is. But if you ask me what is perspective and I need to describe it to someone, I'd do the visual example.
But perspective is the visual representation of a 3D object on a 2D piece of paper.
Yes, a view transformation, but that doesn't actually mean. But you can have an orthographic perspective as well.
Yeah, but that's still a representation on a 2D platform.
Indeed.
And that's where perspective gets fucked up by the flat earthers. Is perspective, like, there's what's called visual perspective, which is what I think they're trying to say. But that relates to you positioned to a television screen.
Well, no, that relates you positioned to any objects and their relationships to each other.
Yes, but they don't.
Kind of the same as a photographer. It's those relative sizes that matter. Oh my god! Sorry, I've just had a
No, you're right, mate.
I've just had a little puff of wind blowing through the bloody window. It was hotter than the air that was already in the room.
Oh, that
Boris
reminds me,
Johnson
Alan.
must have opened.
Yes,
That
you've got
reminds me,
fucking
Alan.
air
No,
conditioning.
wait a minute.
Bastard.
Wait a minute. Let me just. I'll turn it down to 16 now. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 16. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
You
Well,
lucky bastard.
I had it on 17, and you convinced me. Yeah, it
I
does
heard
seem.
you went
Even that's a
outside
bit
the other
cold.
day. I heard you went outside the other day to help the missus with something out of the car, and you were wearing a jumper.
Yeah, no, it was. I went out and she says, "What are you doing? Why are you wearing a jumper?" I says, "Well, it's cold inside. I love it."
do you want me to turn the heater off then?
Yeah, if you got the heater on in Australia. Now, my mate is a farmer, and he says he always knows when it's going to be windy. I says, why? He says, because they turn wind machines on. They've got them on these big pillars, and they're like massive fans that they've got up on high hills.
Oh.
So,
well,
like that.
We got a big wind farm off Great Yarmouth, and not long after they first put it up, this Canadian woman came into his shop with her husband, and he was talking, and he actually convinced her that they were fans to switch on the cooling breeze in the afternoon.
Nice. I'm gonna check my hallway temperature. Wait a minute. My hallway temperature is a lovely. Oh, my hallway temperature is actually 21 degrees at like chest height, which is a bit weird. Should be cooler than that.
Lay on the floor.
No, in my office. That's where the aircon is. But I've got it. I 3D printed some. I call them vector clips. I 3D printed a load of vector clips to modify the whatever you call it, the opening that swivels up and down or whatever. So I vectoring
the vent.
the vent. So I've got these vector clips that now clip onto the vent, so I can pass like the air wherever I want, which is cool. God, I love my 3D printer.
Yeah, you can nearly print anything with them these days,
including a new 3D printer.
Yeah, you could print the globe.
No, I don't need the glove. The glove.
The glove.
He is funny, that one. I got some more camera equipment come. Alan?
What you got now?
So I have some focus rings so that my electronic focus, follow focus, which should come this week, as can control my lenses for one thing.
Yeah.
And I've got a huge set of immensely awesome AA batteries, which are, I think, let's have a look, 2,800 milliamp hour each, and I've got 20 or 30 of them. And then I've got some NFP Sony hollowed out batteries that take these AA batteries, so I can have mega high powered. I think it's MPF 50s.
I don't know. I don't know the Sony batteries.
Yeah, they're going to power my external monitor. So I've got that, as well as an RGB LED. Full RGB controlled LED lighting ring, light. Yeah, panel. Yeah. And that's it at the moment. Did I get anything else? Yeah, I'm waiting on my stabilizer rig. Oh, I have actually ordered some mega batteries for the stabilizer rig. But they won't be with me yet. And then my stabilizer rig, the electronic follow focus, and some other shit probably that I've ordered that I bloody forgot about now is going to be coming by Friday. but I've been going
Very
through
nice.
all this. I've been going through all the settings on the camera, and
Yeah.
it does something a little bit rather special.
Which
It's
is
got a false color display, which is phenomenal. So basically, when you shoot when you choose a high dynamic range camera and you dial in a LUT to recording, a color profile, I can. Not only will the camera allow me to toggle between the LUT that it's recording and the finishing LUT that I'm eventually going to convert it to, so that I can just get a quick visual idea. I can toggle on false color, and what that does is it colors the scene with a spectrum based on tones and exposure rates. So I can actually see areas that are overexposed or underexposed via the magnitude of these. So most cameras do the zebra striping for overexposed.
Night, Leah.
This, because it's high dynamic range, can allow you to bring that back in, but only if they're within a certain color tolerance of the minimum and maximum. So maximum is red. It's going to be burnt out, but there's different shades of red. It can go yellow and then it goes to red. But then it goes down to purple, which is still sat within the current exposure limit, and then blue, which is sat just outside, that can be brought back, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing display on doing that shit.
I'm trying to. I had some. I used some software that did, because that's a bit like the zone system, isn't it? So it allows you to. It effectively shows you the number of the number of stops you've got and what bits are in each range.
I was watching some photography stuff on YouTube there a little while ago, and they did it in a spectrum for I think it was sunscreen or something, and it wasn't until they showed it on the camera that the sunscreen went black on your skin.
Oh, that would be UV.
Oh, okay.
You need a special you need a special sensor for that, because although most sensors are quite work quite well down into the near IR, the UV can be a little bit of an issue for them.
Yeah, I thought it was weird seeing that.
It's UV spectrum is actually quite interesting, because a lot of insects, especially bees, see quite a long way into the ultraviolet.
And it was also they also were showing too, like for fog or for mist at a distance too, that you can change the look of it with certain type of filters. I don't know what they were using. It was either fog or mist or something they were showing.
Well, UV isn't going to be. Generally it's being absorbed by that sort of by mist. So it's just going to look mist is going to look quite dark to a UV sensor. Whereas
why can't I share a screen in here? Because I was just going to show you what it does.
No, we haven't learnt that yet, Dean.
Bollocks.
That's our next step, to do that, because we.
Because it works in some people's. It sort of works in some servers.
The only way you can do it is put a picture in the side chat, take a screenshot of something, and then I can either post it into YouTube side chat.
I wanted to show you real time what it's doing, because it's quite.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's our next homework thing, to work out how do we do that.
Yeah, funnily enough, one of the tabs I had open, started talking to you all, guy, was screen sharing
Yeah.
was actually screen sharing in Discord servers.
We'd be on Google Hangouts now if Google Hangouts wasn't going to be taken off the thing.
Well, you could still use Hangouts until it goes, but you could also use Skype.
Okay.
Skype is pretty good for that kind of shit.
Okay, well, we'll look into that.
Does it allow screen sharing?
Yeah, I do it with clients and remote workers all the time.
And I can link it through to my OBS for YouTube.
Well, yeah, it's an application window, so yeah, you could.
Yeah, I mean you can put any application window you like here. But the thing is, you have to do it too. It's like you can't other people can't do live stuff to it.
Yeah, you have to manage the screen shares.
Okay.
You can use Twitch as well.
Yeah. Does that cost anything?
No.
I'm fairly certain that's free.
Okay. Well, we're all about free here.
Yeah, I do have a Twitch account already.
Yeah, well, Australia, if it's not free, it's too.
In my current personal, if it's not free, it's also an issue. Although I do manage to just about pay my, I do just about manage to have Adobe Creative Suite.
And we're all able to be on the same Hangout when we do it through those other, whether it be Skype or Twitch or whatever.
So Twitch is one of the platforms that the gamers use to screen share their games as they're playing it, and then they'll link that up to, from my understanding, they link that up through YouTube as well.
Okay.
Yeah. In much the same way you do it with Discord.
Okay.
Yes.
Baby steps here, baby steps here.
Oh dear, why is it so hot?
I don't know, I can turn the heater down a bit.
And why is there absolutely no air to blow through this bloody house? I mean, I've got my window wide open. I've got the front door wide open.
Yeah, but is the air hot outside?
Yes.
Then it won't be cold.
But at least it'll be bloody moving.
What's the temperature? 24?
It feels like it's about 108.
Also, if there's no wind, there's no way to move the air.
Well, I realise that. Although, actually, the hedge and the grass and shit is so.
Well, it usually comes from the west, doesn't it? The wind, doesn't it?
Sort of. 31 degrees Celsius.
Whoa, that's
that
a
all?
heat. That's a heat wave.
That all? God,
That is.
that's winter here.
Yeah.
Haven't you got a fan?
No, the fan's in the freaking loft. And I haven't got anybody to send up there now.
Oh.
Well, I can't send her. I can't send her up there in her bloody condition. Because she'd fucking fall. Because she'll fucking fall out of it. Sorry, but you know, she's so clumsy. She falls. You know, she'd fall. No, she'd fall through the bloody ceiling. That's what she'd do.
Oh.
Yeah, I can really do with her coming through the ceiling in her condition.
So 31 is stinking hot in London. Imagine if they had 50.
Our country would die. Our country would. Look, it's so hot that if I go out in my wheelchair now, the where they did the road dressing on our street earlier this year, I spray some tar down and chuck some freaking gravel on it. That'll be so soft it will stick to the bloody wheels of my bloody wheelchair.
They mustn't use very good tar over there. Our tar can handle a bit of heat.
Tar doesn't handle the heat. Cheap tar.
As a kid, we used to sit on the road and burst the bubbles of tar from the heat.
Bansaw's still lurking in the side chat over on YouTube.
Oh, I haven't been there.
He's picking on everybody over there.
Yeah, him and NA is going at it. Don't play with your food, Nana. Wasn't Dean doing some modelling for Flat Earth stuff?
Yeah, Dean was doing some modelling for Flat Earth stuff, but he can't get any Flat Earthers to help him. Every time he asks, it's like
They can't agree on anything.
Right, I'm back. I just heard my name
anymore.
Did someone mention a model?
Oh my god.
We don't live on a model.
Yeah, we do. You know about my flat Earth model, Alan?
yeah, we're on about your Flat Earth model,
Yeah.
which no Flat Earther will help you. Which no Flat Earther will help you with.
Well, they can't. I mean, I got Anthony Riley to look at it, and all he gave me is, "Can you make the moon concave?" And I went, "Yes," and now it doesn't work even more. Here you go. I think the fear is that when you start to visualize what someone's got in their head, and they cognitively connect that this can no longer happen, they run really fast away from you.
Yeah, but did you put the density gradient in?
Of what?
Riley's brain.
The density gradient of the reasons.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I have actually modelled, I'm halfway through modelling the density gradient of the atmosphere based on minimum and maximum refraction levels, just so that I can say the atmosphere is in there as well. And I want to be able to show flat earthers that when I turn the atmosphere on, the sun goes up, not down. Because every time someone looks at it and says, I got Chris Berry saying, "Dean, does that have the atmosphere in?" Well, then it's not real. I'm like, Chris, I'm doing you a fucking favour. If I put the atmosphere in, the sun gets further away from the ground. Jesus.
Yeah,
the apparent visual of the sun does.
You can literally give the flat earthers the world and they won't be happy. LOL.
Oh, I'm waiting for them to pinch Tony Montana's little mantra. The world is yours.
You got me on that one.
In Scarface, inside his mansion, he has the globe, and it says the world is yours. and then of course he dies and falls in front of it.
Okay.
And yes, Carl Edwards, the flat Earth will never accept anything they are given.
I keep hearing something from Flat Earth that every time a Flat Earther says something now, I'm always going to ask them the same question. What I keep hearing is, oh, you know, there's just so many things about the heliocentric model that don't work. And I'm there like, brilliant, name one. Just name one. And they never come up with anything.
NASA.
Sometimes that's not a heliocentric model fucking attribute. But no, sometimes they come up with, oh, well, we can see further than we should be able to. Brilliant! What's that got to do with anything? Invalidate something on the heliocentric model. And they just can't. So they're basing their bias on a belief, on a false premise that, oh, it just doesn't work, the heliocentric model. Yeah, it does, in every single way.
Yeah,
Ask
and
them how far they're meant to be able to see.
Yeah, that's a weird one. That's a weird one.
Yeah, and they can't state why heliocentric is wrong because they can't do math.
It's not that they can't, it's that they won't. As soon as it gets difficult, they're out.
Yeah, but math is science.
Math is man-made.
Oh, NASA controls maths.
NASA controls everything, doesn't it?
I'm still waiting for my actor's paycheck too. Has anyone else got theirs this month?
Yeah, they pay my bills every month.
Yeah, my shekels haven't come through this month.
Mine's a day late.
I'm going to call the union.
I got 10%. I got 10% deduction for swearing too much.
No, I'm calling the union. I've had this. I should be getting paid on.
You're going to go out on strike?
Yeah, I'll go tell the flat earthers the truth.
Yeah, and they haven't even replenished the buffet.
I got new bungee cords yesterday from NASA.
Oh, your anti-gravity straps.
Yeah.
Wise.
I heard they were coming out with solar-powered mag boots.
Oh, that will mean I won't have to hang on anymore.
As long as they don't give any to Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, I don't care. Let him float off into space.
I was going to say, can't you cut his safety harness off? Let him just float off.
He floats around, and anyway, he's always eating his magic mushy.
What's that? He's crushed up rocks.
No, he sniffs them.
Do you guys have Scottish Storm coming out? Have you invited Scottish Storm?
Who's Scotty Storm?
A fellow countryman, mate.
That's Flat Earth Aussie Jesus' son. He's a bronco.
He's a fucking idiot.
He's a bronco.
Is he the one that believes in the tree trunks?
He walks around naked everywhere. He's always on camera naked.
He thinks the giants cut down all the trees.
No, I don't know. What do you think? Most of the time I don't listen to what he says.
Is he the one that says that the giants dug up
the Grand Canyon?
Dug up the moon and dug up the Grand Canyon and turned it into the...
Yeah, that's Flat Earth Aussie Jesus.
Ross himself.
And didn't we work it out that there's more or less moon to the volume of the Grand Canyon or something?
The Grand Canyon would have to be at least 5 times bigger than it is to create the moon. At least.
So I've got this plan. I'm gonna start up a Patreon, and all the donations are going to go for a one-way trip for Mark Sargent to the ISS, and then they can push him out an airlock once he gets.
But wouldn't he get sucked?
GoFundMe.
Wouldn't he get sucked out?
No, because there's no vacuum or space.
Oh, but the pressure.
Right, guys, I'm going to head over to Jose's now. And is it not sleep? What time is it in Australia at the moment?
Just gone past 12. Yeah, 20 past 12.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Well, catch you later.
Righto then, Nadine. Thanks for dropping by.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, see you, Dean.
See you later.
Anyone else want to abandon ship? Before it goes over the horizon and sinks?
Yeah, it's time for this old geezer to get to bed.
I got to remember every time I eat, I got to put it on mute because I was chewing a mandarin the other day into Bansaw's ear. He says, "What are you eating?"
I'm hearing those crickets again.
No,
Yeah.
the sheep.
Bah.
I was just having a quick look over on Sean's to see who was actually coming in on the... Slick's there. Wonder how long he'll last.
There's Gork's girlfriend dancing in the chat.
That's the middle of the road type dancing.
Yeah.
What channel?
You cut out there.
What channel's live at the?
Don't know.
What channel's live at the moment? It's only Jose that I know of.
get bored with his after a while. It seems like the same thing over and over.
Yeah, well, Sean's on there. Farmer Boy, Wolfgang, Gently's channel, Slick, and Sean Smith. I don't know who that is.
Slick's on there until he gets booted.
He's talking at the moment. He hasn't been muted yet. Freeman Abel. I don't know who that is.
So how do I change my photo? I'll put a photo on there.
If you're on your phone.
No, I'm on that computer.
Oh, you're on the computer. Oh, that's too easy. Go to, where is it?
Click the little clock. Click the little cog at the bottom of the
right
left side, and then it offers you a thing for uploading a picture. It's the first bit you get to in the personal.
In your My Account.
In your user settings in the My Account, you can change your doodad.
Yeah.
It's only taken me 2 months to work that out. After somebody's helped me.
Have you got one for YouTube?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I like to hide.
Have you already got a picture sorted out?
No, but I'll sort one out.
Okay. What's your choices?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I was trying to just work out how it works, and then I can go and look.
Okay. Oh, we can help you look. What do you want, a globe, or do you want a head, or do you want an Aussie?
I've got a globe there. I might download that later when I'm in the mood. I got to get in the mood to do things. Takes me a few hours. It's like I go, I'm going to the shops. Yeah, about 5 hours later, I'm still sitting here.
Well, the shops aren't going to go anywhere.
No, it's just that by the time I go, I better go or they're closed. Yeah, got to get motivated to do anything nowadays.
Yeah, me, it's my mind wants to do it, but my body doesn't.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with me.
I'm supposed to be out in the garage working on the cars for Rego. Or car, actually, one of them.
I pulled the motor out of my car, and then the motor sat around my stand for 8 months.
Whoa.
And then we had this friend of ours. He was a ex-Formula One mechanic for Williams. He got the shits one day, so he grabbed it and took it home and rebuilt it for me.
Oh, cool. Wish I had a mate that did that.
No, we towed the car around, and he threw it in and connected it all up, and I got it registered again.
Well, I got a spare V8 down in the shed that I wish I'd have made it come and do that to it.
He used to help us. So yeah, mate had a Formula 4, and he showed us how to cheat.
You're not allowed to do that.
Well, Alan Moffat used to run aluminium blocks for qualifying, then take the motor out and put the old motor back in.
I thought they used to get weighed. Or this was before they did all that.
That's before they did all that. He used to he worked for Moffat for a while. They used to all cheat. There was you remember the Masterton Holmes one? Commodore, the son? They found nitrous through the chassis. He was using nitrous.
Yeah, but did it help him win?
No, he was a shithouse driver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, the Mustangs, I don't know how the Mustangs are going in the V8 supercars now.
Well, they're winning most of the races.
Well, we're going to bring the Camaro out soon.
Next year, I think they're coming out.
So I'll be back to Ford and Holden again.
Yeah, kind of.
The Mercedes and Nissan and what's the other one?
Yeah, Mercedes pulled out years ago.
Yeah, okay. They had trouble with the throttle or something.
Yeah, the Nissan's there, but I don't know if the Nissan's going to be still around.
Yeah, okay.
Next year.
Well, they're not a dedicated rear-wheel drive body they're using. They're using the front-wheel drive body and putting a diff in it.
Yeah.
Unless they bring out the Nissan Skyline.
Yeah. Like the old.
Bring back Godzilla.
Yeah. But then it's not going to be the V8 supercars anymore, then, is it?
One of the
just like a V8 in it, it'll be right.
Yeah.
One of the Godzillas used to do hill climbs. A guy brought it and was doing hill climbs with it.
And that's the typical car that you don't see getting around on the road in original condition much these days, those type of cars.
No.
It's like Rig bought a SS for the motor and running gear for the VN. I'm thinking, what was wrong with the SS? Like, they're so close in the years, wouldn't you rather have the SS in the body of what it is?
I used to work on a Group A Starion.
Oh yeah, Starions, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Bartlett's. I used to crew for him. And he was in the workshop one day and he says, "Oh, what do you want me to do?" And he says, "Oh, get the drill and drill me 100 holes." And I'm thinking, drill 100 holes? I had to put the like an aluminium side panel on the door paneling. And then rivet it on. That was a fun job, yeah. Like a hole in the head.
Yep.
I mean, he used to have the Channel 9 Camaro was his workbench. He had everything in there. He had shit all over the top of it, on the bonnet, inside the car. He had fuel, the big fuel bottles.
Yeah.
He had them all chucked in the back.
Was that after he rolled it?
Yeah, that was up. Yeah, and he'd fixed it. And then he took it to Canberra and he was doing like a I don't know if it was a rally sprint or what it was, but it was on dirt. And he only ever got it. He never got out of first gear. It was funny work with him. He can be real arrogant. Comes across as real arrogant and that, but once you get used to him, you kind of he grows on you.
All right, gents, I might call it a night. I got to do the school run in the morning, so up early and all that type of good put.
Yeah,
we've
been going for a while.
Yeah.
We've been going for
3.5, nearly. Nearly.
Yeah, 3.25. Yeah, I think that's probably long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of you got to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
what's work?
Yeah, what's work? Yeah, not all of us work.
That's a dirty word.
And Terry's got to get up in the morning.
Yeah, I got to get up and make a few phone calls, and then I've got to go over the in-laws' place for a little while, and then I've got to wait. If I don't get a phone call by lunchtime, then I'll head into the hospital, because I don't know if she's going to get operated on in the morning or in the afternoon yet.
Yeah, I had to stay in the hospital twice, and both times they never fed me.
What?
they just forgot about me.
They got to feed you. That hospital
Yeah.
food. That hospital food's makes you better.
Oh God. Yeah, so, yeah, they forgot to feed me, so my sister brought in food. Because I'd missed, you got to usually mark off what you want for breakfast or whatever on that.
Oh yeah, on the bit of paper. Yeah, your breakfast,
Yeah,
lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
well, I always miss that because I was either in having an operation or it was just depending on the time or how long I had to wait before I went in for the operation and that. And I always missed out on filling out the form, but they're supposed to still at least give you something, but they never did.
Yeah, they're supposed to just give you something generic. Yeah, even just a sandwich and a piece of fruit and an orange juice.
Yeah.
Even that would have done. Oh well, thanks guys for hanging out. I'm probably still going to stay in Discord for a little while. If not, I'll work it out. Yeah. For the guys in the side chat who's left, Bandy can go to sleep now. Carl the Lurk is still around.
Yeah, well, hopefully once he's finished sorting out his database, we were going to have a chat.
Okay then, guys, in the side chat on YouTube. See you on Saturday night, because I'll book another stream for then.
Saturday.
Say bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
There